Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Let me go ahead and fix this out the way. How's everybody doing this Sunday afternoon, to be exact? It's your boy, Doc Holiday. We'll always be back with another HBCU OverDrive. HBCU tonight, to be exact. Powered by HBCU OverDrive. Make sure that you like, stream, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you get everything that you need, HBCU OverDrive. What up, though? And for all the folks that's on Twitter, because we simulcast on Twitter, make sure that you hit that follow button and come on to the YouTube and hit that subscribe button. So we get ready to pull up in just a few minutes. While the stream gets ready to come up, we are chilling, and we are celebrating also 3 years in the game. 3 years in the game as with HBC OverDrive. So yes, we are celebrating today. No matter what the outcome is for today's game. But before we do all that, let's go ahead and hit that quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a second. It's your boy, Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU OverDrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_OverDrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also, you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU OverDrive. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. All right. And while we're here, it is SWAC Championship Baseball today between those Alley Cats from Bethune-Cookman and the Rattlers from Florida A&M. It's put up or shut up time. It's a Florida Classic right now. Let's get ready to come on in just a few. Let's see, make sure that it's up and going. Should hopefully weather is nice, and there we go. Oh no, there we don't go. And as you see, again, we got the good setup over here. Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing? We got a Rattler and a Wildcat in the chat. Hey, we about to have some good fun with baseball today. So let's hope it come on right now. Go ahead and share the screen. was Rangers and the White Sox about to play. Seattle and Houston about to play. Go ahead and all right, let's go.
Hello, everybody. Derek Jones and Jay Walker with you. And Jay, as we get set for this game, what an environment this is here for the SWAC Baseball Championship.
You got to get with the times, man. See, I'm old school. See, I'm a throwback. This is how we should be commentating the game, using this, but not that. But when you see this stadium here, the venue, you understand why the SWAC is playing it here. There's so much history involved in this place. I'm looking forward to sharing it with our viewers. But forget that. This baseball time, championship baseball, just means something different.
Oh, no doubt about it. And these have been the two best teams in the SWAC during the course of the regular season. But Bethune-Cookman won the regular season title. Florida A&M right there behind them.
Florida A&M trying to get to what Bethune-Cookman was for so many years, where they were a regular in the college baseball postseason. Good job by head coach Jamie Shute. But Bethune-Cookman with their new coach trying to establish they can get back to the good old days when they were competing in regionals on a regular basis.
And for the Wildcats, Andre Martinez, he has been a key cog for them offensively.
They've got a power surgeon at Bethune-Cookman. They went out to recruit power. And anytime your number one hitter has almost 20 home runs on the season, one of the best hitters in the conference, that's why Jonathan Hernandez feels like the Wildcats can advance.
The SWAC Coach of the Year, Jonathan Hernandez, and he's trying to get his team back into the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2011.
No problem is, man, I'm
about Mervell Melendez, who's one of
that
the
is what I'm supposed to do.
He had Bethune-Cookman and the Wildcats winning a series against some of the mid-major powerhouses. They were one of the premier mid-majors in the country. They're trying to get back to that Wildcat pride.
The Florida A&M lineup has some difficult challenges for Coach Hernandez and his team, including Brody Popple, who has been outstanding.
Well, when you have the best player possibly in the conference, but he's on your team on the field today, you've got a chance to win a championship, and they're going to need him to be Mr. Everything. He can do everything but pitch for the Rattlers. He's that type of talent. He has to come up big today for the Rattlers to strike.
And on the mound will be Edwin Sanchez, the junior, 8-1 this season. The lefty will try to help his team get into the NCAA tournament.
You know, Sanchez has the repertoire pitches needed to make an impact, but it's a lot to go on the line against this Florida A&M offense, which is powerful.
First pitch missing outside for a ball. The next one hitting for a strike, 1-1. And Sanchez this season, he has been one of the best, if not the best pitcher in the SWAC.
The junior college transfer coming in making an immediate impact. Talked about the three-pitch repertoire that he has. Fastball that can get up there around 91. Got a good slider, but his best pitch is that changeup. That secondary pitch is a changeup. If he can get ahead early, he can do some damage, but his problem gets when he falls behind in the count.
William Brown trying to deal with Sanchez. And so important for these two pitchers here in this game. We'll, of course, talk about Trevor Hanselman on the other side for Florida A&M coming up in a bit, but getting through innings early on, quickly and efficiently, and there is a leadoff walk of William Brown.
You know, that's what, when we talked to Jamie Shoup, he said, we have to get ahead early against Bethune-Cookman. Off to a good start. Your opening hitter gets on base. He's a setup guy for your best hitter in the lineup right now. Early on, Bethune-Cookman in trouble.
Popple shows bunt as they try to go back to first base to catch Brown sleeping, but he's able to get back in time. Sanchez ready to deal. Popple off the mark with that swing.
He got a pretty good pitch to hit right there, off speed, but swing early in anticipation of the fastball. High breaking ball, high changeup in the strike zone.
Next pitch fouled away. Sanchez has been a stalwart for this Wildcats team. Pitched earlier in this tournament in the opener against Texas Southern, went 6 innings and a win. That pitch just missing. And so he's having to burn some pitches here early on through the first 2 batters. Swing and a miss. They get Popple, and then the steal picked up by Brown as he's able to get to second base, beating the throw, so he's in scoring position.
Oh, wow, they're calling him out.
Ooh, they called him out? They called him out?
What a mistake there by Florida A&M.
Yeah, that's unique. I mean, he got a really good jump. I'm trying to figure out if maybe they tried to call an interference in the batter's box. I pop on the swing out. I think that's what they're doing. They're saying it was a batter's interference after Popple swung and missed, crossed home plate, got the throwing lane of the catcher.
He basically moved over the top of home plate, and he got right in the way of Irvin Escobar.
You see the strikeout, the swing and miss, and watch the lean over there. The catcher not able to extend. Good job by the umpire behind the plate. Unique little double play there for the Wildcat defense.
And that's a big boost for Edwin Sanchez. He gets the strikeout, and then, of course, the interference after walking William Brown to start up the game. And now Jay Campbell, the DH, pops this one in the air out of play. So a very interesting start for Jamie Shoup and his Rattlers.
Appreciate you, Mr. Wilson.
Something going there with a leadoff walk. Instead, 2 down quickly here in the top of the first inning.
You have to think they really like to just go back to what you said. I mean, leadoff guy gets on, he steals the base. Stolen base, so worst case scenario, the strikeout, should have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Instead, a stolen base and a strikeout, and the bases are clean.
And a cue shot here from Campbell, and the play is made in time over at first base. Good hustle by the Wildcat defense to close out the top of the first inning. It'll be time for Bethune-Cookman to head to the plate when we come back.
All right, here comes Slugger.
Oh, excuse me.
All Victor.
Great catch, son.
That is the most weirdest commercial I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, hey, EA already said they starting cheating already. I don't know if they starting cheating, bro. It is what it is. It's Championship Sunday. We got on the merch right here. We got the projector going on behind me. We got the hats on the wall. You know, we doing the big over here. You know, that's how we do it. Oh, and I gotta eliminate the look. We gotta eliminate the ghost. The wife done already. She said I done stole it from the kids, but I did no such thing.
I'm telling.
So I did no such thing.
Telling it.
What's up, nephew? He's still sick, but
Not that fancy.
Yeah, she got me fancy.
Yeah.
She got me fancy.
And an 8-7 win for them is they got a day of rest as a result, which we'll talk about. But Figueroa, part of that lineup, batting here in the 9 spot for Bethune-Cookman, Jay.
And Figueroa, very experienced guys. Done
Appreciate
a
for
lot
the donation. Make sure you hit that donation. We are celebrating 3 years
after he got his start
with HBCU OverDrive.
Really been on fire.
I am very excited about that.
Trevor Hanselman will head to the bump, the senior out of Tallahassee, Florida, and this is going to be an interesting ordeal here for the Rattlers. He's 0-6 this year, and he has not gone long this season in a lot of games.
Yeah, but he's got great stuff. That's the thing about when you talk to the coach. He's got great stuff, but he's just not consistent. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. He's got a fastball that can get to 94, 95 miles an hour. That's a lot of velocity for this conference. He's got a curveball. He's got a changeup. But he has to find that consistency. I think we'll know early by the location of his fastball and counts.
Darrell Lee will lead it off for Bethune-Cookman. Of course, the defense for Florida A&M looks a little bit different than what they're typically.
Yeah, 13 ERA is nasty work,
we'll
bro.
talk about that in a moment. As the first pitch is a called strike from Hanselman. Justin Lopez is the shortstop for Florida A&M.
To my ESPN.
Going back to Friday night when Florida A&M took on Grambling as this next pitch is fouled away. Jalen Niles, the 4-year starter, everyday starter for this Florida A&M club, suffered a serious leg injury, had to be carted off, and now Lopez is starting in the place of Niles.
You know, quite a task to ask for. Right now, they just want him to play good defense. When you lose a guy that's been your
I feel you. I got you, bro. I got you.
You have
Appreciate
to
you.
account for that, making sure everybody's in the right place. We'll see what the young freshman can do today in a huge game for Florida A&M.
0-2 count here to Darrell Lee. And Lee will go down for the first out of the inning.
Appreciate you, EA.
Via the strikeout.
We talked about is Hanselman going to be able to locate that fastball?
Boy, Jeremiah coming in. Appreciate my man Jeremiah for
pounding the strike
letting
zone.
me scream
Strike after
during the
strike. Even
season
if a couple got foul tip, he was around the plate.
when I got a chance.
That'll bring in Andre Martinez with one down. He takes a look at a called strike.
He's got the fastball going. That's a good sign for Florida A&M. Nice location on the fastball, keeping it low in the strike zone.
And this is a guy you don't want to make a mistake against in Martinez. 19 home runs, but he offers up a grounder here to Lopez. The throw over in time to Josue Figueroa. 2 down.
Freshman shortstop we talked about earlier, Lopez, making it look easy, fielding his position and getting the put out at first base.
That'll bring in Jorge Rodriguez with 2 down. This is a Florida A&M team that has to be careful against what is a tremendous offense for Bethune.
Catcher, but because of his bat, they had to get him in the lineup, put him over first base. Leads the SWAC in home runs, but doesn't make all conference. So they mentioned that he's playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, rightfully so.
And Coach Hernandez was not exactly thrilled that he did not get that acknowledgement. They all SWAC on her as a swing and a miss by Rodriguez. Brings up a second strike.
Hanselman continues to pound the strike zone. That's what you want to see. And A lot of times that's a cliche term, but we're seeing a good example of it right now. 9 pitches total, only 1 ball. He is challenging these Wildcat hitters.
Hanselman misses upstairs. Hanselman appeared during the 3-game sweep that Bethune-Cookman recorded against Florida A&M, and he had a rocky outing.
3-2, full count.
One in the dirt.
Now a big pitcher, a pitcher that's got control problems. I know you get ahead in the count 1 and 2, you say, well, give them the fastball high and see if they'll chase it, but you lose your accuracy. You see that second pitch after that wasn't even close. Now 3-2 count. He's got to come up with a big pitch right now.
Missing low in the dirt.
Hanson is one of those guys. I'm not letting him waste. You get ahead in the count, go after him, go for the strikeout. Don't try to get the pitches out of the strike zone because he may lose the strike zone. And I think we saw it there. He lost the strike zone 3 consecutive balls after that called pitch out of the strike zone.
One on, 2 outs.
The DH.
Bottom of the first.
The cleanup spot steps in.
Ball
Takes a
1.
look at the first pitch, 1-0.
Low on the inside.
Next offering inside, 2-0.
Dude, right now, you got to take till you see a strike. You got a guy that's struggling to find the strike zone just that quickly, and coaches know their scouting report. They say consistency is one of the issues, and we saw Hanselman come out hot with nothing but strikes, and now we're seeing him go cold with the number of balls and the hard hit ball.
In the right field.
Right there.
That's a
I think
base
they're
hit.
going to get a. Can
Runners
they
at
bring a
first
run
and
in?
second base, and the Wildcats offense is in business with 2 down.
A good piece of hitting by Newton. I actually thought he would have the take sign on because Hanselman had struggled to find the strike zone. But he saw a pitch that was just a little bit too good to lay off of it. Able to pull it down right field for a single.
That'll bring up the dangerous Jesus Venegas. With runners at first and second base.
Right.
First pitch missing away, 1-0.
Venegas is a guy that plays second base, scoring position.
Venegas second on the team in home runs this year with 16.
Couple pitches way off the plate, and I think that's a combination of Hanselman showing respect to a dangerous hitter in the batter's box.
After this inning, I'm going to switch out.
Trying to really paint the edges, but he just has to find the strike zone again.
Fouled away. Back on April 19th, Hanselman went 2 1/3.
Sorry about technical difficulties, y'all.
This is a battle right here between Hanselman and one of the best.
He's already at 20 pitches
for this Wildcat ball club.
What an opportunity here for Hanselman. First appearance in the SWAC tournament. Oh, what a save there from that one getting away. Ethan Miller.
Have you ever seen anybody save a ball like that?
That looked like something that belongs in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Well, he went horizontal. I mean, look at catcher behind the play. Watch him get horizontal. Like he was on ice skates. Great hand-eye coordination. Should be able to pull that off.
Yeah, I'm about to switch this over to my ESPN app. I apologize for the technical stuff.
Things in baseball, bases loaded, bases are juiced.
You done loaded the bases.
Irvin Escobar, the catcher. An opportunity to come up and do some damage for Bethune if they can come up with a base hit.
Escobar, a 285 hitter on the year. Just one home run. There will be a meeting at the mound. And look, it's early on, but this is a championship game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the rules are a little bit different here in terms of how you go about managing the pitching.
Absolutely. You know, you need this game for the season, so you're not going to chance anything. Probably overcoach situations more so than you would in the regular season to make sure everybody knows exactly what's at stake. And, you know, Jamie Shoop's been in the game for a long time, had a great career as assistant coach at Florida State for a number of years. And just went across the street, Tallahassee, and a guy that's relaxed in where he is and comfortable in his skin. Loves coaching at Florida A&M. Loves grooming young men still.
I'm still trying to figure that out, Blue. Why would you start a pitcher that's 0-6 and have a 13 ERA in the championship game?
Some action going in the bullpen as that is already commencing.
That is crazy.
Cody Williams went down there, as did Tanner Walker for the Rattlers. First pitch is a strike to Escobar.
Well, this is when you got to dig. If you're handsome, and you know, bases are loaded, block all that out. You're just one pitch away from getting out of the inning.
0-1. Fouled away, 0-2.
And if you're
we go to the second.
Oh, he got him out.
Gets him to go chase a fastball high in the strike zone. 2 strikeouts in that inning for Hanselman. We're going to have a good one here in Birmingham.
Guys, I'm
Got him
back
out.
yet?
All right. Well, I'm about to switch this over to my ESPN app because my Hulu app is trash right now. But anyway, man, look. Let me get this right here. Okay, here we go. So there you go. We got the good merch on today.
Yes, we do.
The missus got her merch on today. So we are chilling and everything. But let me switch this over, y'all. I apologize for everything. I don't like when my feed is lagging. It sucks. So NCAA baseball. So let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Thank God for Spectrum. You know, we try to. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There we go. All right, let me go ahead and share that right now.
This time of year, particularly with this double elimination format, tough to make it unless you have a number of arms.
That's
I
better.
was surprised when I saw that graphic earlier. 2011, since the Wildcats have been into a regional, that's a long drought for the folks in Daytona. They're used to postseason baseball.
No question. And they were a regular out of the MEAC. We saw yesterday when we were walking around the field, the AD, Bethune-Cookman, the great Reggie Theus, swing and miss as Justin Cruz is retired by Sanchez for the first out of the inning.
He got the smoke.
Yes.
I call him Pretty Boy Reggie Theus, but the athletic director and the head basketball coach, Bethune-Cookman, is Justin Cruz goes down swinging on strike 3. I'm sure AD Theus would love to see Bethune-Cookman advance.
That'll bring in Colton Riles, who swings at the first pitch, skies this one in the air towards right field. And there to make the catch is Sergio Rivera, 2 down.
One of the things coming into this game, if you have to, the battle to tape, Bethune-Cookman had a smoother ride through the SWAC tournament. Right now, they didn't drop a game at all, so they were able to rest their pitchers. They've got the arms. And when you talk to them, they're like, we've got 5 or 6 arms that are ready to go. So advantage Bethune on the mound, but the key for them is against Florida A&M, they say we have to get to their bullpen. We want to make them extend all their arms and have their 9th, 10th best pitcher on the roster having to face our lineup.
Strike delivered to Ethan Miller. The catcher made that outstanding save in the previous inning. When you take a look at how that inning played out, that turned out to be perhaps somewhat of a crucial play.
Able to keep the runners on just first and second at the time. Give his pitcher a little bit of confidence. Not the largest catcher you'll see, but very active behind the plate. And give me a catcher that's batting over 330, 358 batting average.
Rivera
I'll take it.
and the Bethune-Cookman team taking care of business. Sanchez gets Miller with the strikeout.
The fine folks at Fireball Whiskey present your guide to taking the perfect shot.
Did somebody say
What's going on, Square?
You need to dress for success and make sure.
What's happening? What's going on, man? I don't mean to call you, bro. Yeah, that's Jay Walker, man. That's Jay Walker. Like I said, you see how the setup is. See how the setup is. We got we got the projector on the wall. We got the hats on the side right here. We got. If I turn the laptop this way, we got the Mrs.
You want me to show it?
Yeah, go on and show it.
Okay. Them people not worried about me.
Them people.
I'm about to be checking for little old me. They don't want to see that holiday. That holiday.
So, see, and we got the merch. So all by her. So
all by myself.
And if I had the other shirt on, you let people know what's up. The game is back on. All right.
W and move on to the NCAA tournament, and they are trying to return back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since that SWAC championship run in 2023.
Let's not downplay it. This is one of the biggest rivalries you have in all of HBCU sports. You put Florida A&M versus Bethune is right up there with Grambling versus Southern, Alabama A&M versus Alabama State. This is a rivalry. The people there.
Craig, my boy, what's going on, man?
Bethune-Cookman win, and Bethune-Cookman fans did not take Florida A&M winning, so there's a lot of stake. They kind of brought their version of the Florida Classic here to Birmingham in the baseball version on the diamond.
One interesting dynamic about it is these teams were in the MEAC at one point, and they're new members to the SWAC as of 2022.
The newest members of the SWAC.
Yes.
Kind of went as a package deal. Florida A&M announced they were going to the SWAC, and little known secret that Bethune-Cookman was probably going to follow them.
Jeter Poyeto at the plate here in the second inning. Takes inside for a ball.
These are the type of at-bats that Johnny Hernandez wants his Bethune-Cookman team to have. We're not going up there first pitch swinging. We want to go long, get pitches we can hit. And that's what you have to do when you're trying to get to the other team's bullpen by design. Coming into their game plan was we got to go through their pitchers. And we've not seen Wildcat here to step up there and just first pitch free swinging.
The 3-1. Well, that will lead to a full count, an awkward full count.
You lose credibility with the fans when you do that.
Poyeto thought he had a free pass. Not so fast. Hanselman deals. Out towards left center. Will get down for a base hit. Poyeto takes a walk
on his video.
Towards second base.
Ooh.
And he is in with a double. Wow, what a gamble there by Poyeto. But it pays off handsomely. He's in scoring position.
He hit the ball thinking it's in the gap. I'm thinking two right away, but nothing said that he should have turned first base and gone for it.
This is going to be a good one, y'all.
He's out. He's looking at it. He's not even looking at his coach. He's thinking right away, like, why? In a more accurate throw, he is out by a mile, but poor defense by Florida A&M allows him to make it in with the double in scoring position.
It looked like he was going to be out by about 10 feet.
You're almost wondering, I'm going to call that bad defense all the way around. William Brown, the second baseman, should have been standing on the bag, but I think he was surprised when he saw him attempting to go for two, and he was not in a great position to make the tag either.
They'll bring in Sergio Rivera. The defense for the Rattlers playing in at the corners.
I wouldn't do that.
How so? Why so?
Make him get the hit. Give up the runs. You want to avoid the crooked number on the scoreboard. A single digit with the one going up and down, that's fine. But you start getting crooked numbers in there when you try to keep the runners close and hold off for a run. Hard hit ball gets through, and all of a sudden you're setting yourself up. You get out of this inning giving up one run with the leadoff guy getting a double. You kind of take it. Seen it happen too many times in postseason play. You're so worried about one run, and then all of a sudden this Bethune-Cookman offense can explode.
Rivera, a .312 hitter on the year. Shows bunt. Lays off.
Like the screen.
Rivera flashes bunt again. In at the corners again. And this is fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you take your chances. You got your number 8 hole hitter that's batting .312 on the season. So give them a chance to put the ball in play, test the defense of Florida A&M. Wow, 2 strikes, still squaring up to bunt.
Pulls it back, ground ball, gonna be a tough play.
Gonna be a bunt. It turned out to be a squibber for a bunt.
Everybody is safe. So a bunt single picked up by Rivera. He gets it done nonetheless. It's runners at the corners with nobody out.
Trying to fake the bunt, choked up on the bat. Just hit a squibber and got lucky. Ball hit the dirt, didn't take off far. No place for Perez, the third baseman, to go with the ball. And just like that, here come the Wildcats.
Friday night's hero, Daniel Figueroa, at the plate in prime position to give his team a lead. There's a strike, 0-1.
And that's why you can tell their game plans to take some pitches there, because everything about that last pitch they hit it. Hanging, breaking ball right over the meat of the plate. Figueroa didn't go for it.
Rivera scurries back to first base. This is a team that loves to run in Bethune-Cookman. Rivera is the stolen base leader. He has 33 for the Wildcats. He's on the move. High drive out towards right, but playable. Tagging from third and heading home is Correa, and he is safe. He beats the throw.
Play at the plate.
Popple out and right. It's 1-0 Bethune-Cookman.
The runner acted like he had more jets than he thought. And that play was closer at the plate. Pretty good throw from Popple coming from right field. And it's really all about the tag. Ball seems like it's there. Almost in time, just missed. But we've seen Toledo aggressive. Ball took kind of a high hop. You see right there, you see the slow motion. That's not a gimme, but Toledo's been aggressive on the base paths this game.
So Rivera ended up going back to first base because with that ball high up in the air, he didn't want to take a chance getting doubled up. This one driven out towards left field, and it is foul. Just foul off the bat of Darrell Lee. He's got some pop, and he almost pushed that out.
Talk about Lee, the leadoff hitter, 9 home runs on the season. Slight in stature, but as you mentioned, it's got sneaky power. And that's good hitting from Lee, because in this ballpark, everything's been flying out to right field all week. Today, it's going to be left field. I think home runs are going to go over the left field.
Rivera on the move. Lee drops it in the left field. Rivera on his horse to third base. It's runners at the corners again for Bethune-Cookman. They just put so much pressure on the pitcher, Jay.
This is a ball club that's, I like what Coach Hernandez said, we recruited for power. We were a small ball hitting team, but now we're an explosive offense with a lot of power throughout from top to bottom.
Still one out. Lee takes off. He heads towards second base. Heading home and scoring is Rivera. Lee is on his way to third base. It is 2-0 in favor of Bethune-Cookman. The
baseball, baby.
Works in their favor.
Florida A&M defensive miscues are going to hurt them. I mean, they're going to send them down. Don't even make the throw unless you know you got them. You can't let that ball get by you. Poor throws all over the place, and we've seen it in this inning show up where They should have got the lead runner out trying to go to second base, but that's by design. Bethune-Cookman realizes that Florida A&M defensively is not as stout as they should be, and they're challenging the Rattlers to make the throws defensively.
So that will be considered an error along with a double steal. The error charged to Justin Lopez. In the left field, another run in. This time courtesy of Martinez with the RBI single as Lee brings in run 3. 3-zip Wildcats.
After Gita Polito got on with the leadoff double, kind of said forget about him, right? If they get that one run in, you'll take that. You have to avoid the crooked number. Well, 3 is a crooked number, and that's what Bethune-Cookman likes to do, the explosive innings. You hate to second guess yourself, and the defense did not support Hanselman the way they should have, and Bethune-Cookman just really took advantage of them on the base path.
And Hanselman will not survive this 3-run second inning. He will head to the dugout. His day is done. Wildcats out in front of the SWAC championship.
You've got the business.
Check this out.
We've got the Verizon business experts.
This game is
And together,
this game might be getting out of hand, y'all. Oh, snap. The game might be getting out of hand. Oh, my goodness. Hey. It's getting sticky out there. Y'all know Jay is the number one JSU hater for ESPN. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we are having a good time. It's to the point, look, I don't know what to say. Hey, we having a good time today. It is Sunday. It is baseball. It's a good day for baseball. Hope everybody's doing all right. But it is diabolical work where you starting a pitcher who has a 13 ERA and is 0-6 for the season. That is the fault of the coach yesterday for keeping his pitcher in there, his ace, for more than 6 innings, which is still cool, but at the same time, you can't use his arm.
Bethune-Cookman team, but when you talk to Coach about him, and he's worried, concerned about that. Coach
Now,
said,
this
I
is
coached
more
a guy by the name
respectful.
of Randy Choate at Florida State, who was a left-handed unicorn sidearm pitcher, pitched in the NFL, pitched in Major League Baseball for more than a dozen years. He can get guys out, and that's what they need. What they really want him in this situation is he can eat up innings. He's a guy that can go long relief, not a lot of pressure on his arm, but he's coming in against a hot lineup in a pressure situation.
And we talked about it earlier. When you're in a championship situation, winner take all, there's no room for, we're going to let this guy try to get out of this jam. You've got to go to the pen.
Yeah, absolutely. Down by 3, you have to stop the bleeding so you can give your offense a chance.
What to do, Square?
So Kelly will face Jorge Rodriguez to start.
This is tough. Anytime you come in from the bullpen, you look at who you're facing in the lineup. You got the number 3 hitter, followed up by the 4-hole hitter. Got it.
Martinez is caught sleeping on the base paths. He's out for the second out of the inning. He was stuck in quicksand there.
aggressive lead as well. With the new lefty in there, you want to see him move. Took that little fake step back. Great job by Kelly. As you mentioned, stuck in no man's land. But they're being consistent. They've been aggressive on the base pass. A little bit too aggressive there when you're not stealing. Big play from Kelly.
Popped up, playable for Miller. Good work from Carson Kelly to get the Rattlers out of the inning. But 3 runs scored by Bethune-Cookman. We'll talk to Florida A&M head coach Jamie Shoup. When we come back, the Wildcats up 3-0.
Magnolia Home by Joanne.
Well. Hey. That was great. That was great. Put up a shut. I told you, look, it's y'all see the name of this. Y'all see the name on the title. It's Put Up and Shut Up. And Bethune-Cookman is shutting up the Rattlers so far early in the game. So I'm gonna need to get your phone, bro. Talking about where are the blacks. You going to timeout, Thetis. I don't know why it's so dark.
Things weren't going great for Trevor. One bad throw, one pitch away from being out up with a double play, just couldn't seem to get it. So change things up, slow it down a little bit, bring Carson Kelly in and see if he can get us some quick outs so that we can maybe get on this pitcher and score a few runs.
Coach, coming into this game, did you think that Bethune-Cookman would be as aggressive early on the base pass as they have been trying to put pressure on your defense?
Yeah, a couple of hit and runs there in the second inning. That's the way they played all year, so we pretty much expected it. You got to have defense for it, and the one bad throw, again, hurt us a little bit. So, but we'll be fine. We got to just settle down. There's a lot of baseball left to be played. And, this guy's rolling right now. We got to get some pitches in his arm, get to the bullpen, hopefully, eventually. And just settle. It's championship Sunday, man. Anything can happen. It's baseball anyway, but especially in championship games.
Coach, take us through what you saw there in that batter's interference in the first inning. It looked like you had maybe something brewing there with the leadoff walk.
Yeah, we started the guy at first. He got a pretty good jump, and then hitter chased the ball at the ballpark. When you do that, you fall over the strike zone a little bit, and so they got the double play on that. So yeah, it's unfortunate. It happened to us actually yesterday. You don't see it a whole lot, but it happened yesterday. Got to swing at strikes. That's the whole key. He'll be fine, though. He's a pretty good player, so I don't worry so much about him. But some of these young guys, at freshman at shortstop that we worry about.
Coach, the makeup of your team. Right now, what's your team's mentality down 3-0 in the game that means so much?
We got to score at least 3 runs. We had to score anyway to win the game, and it's again championship Sunday, so anything can happen. We got to get the momentum on our side a little bit. They're big with momentum. That's the way they play. That's the way they're coached. So we got to get the momentum turned a little bit to our side, get some good quality at bats, and see if we can't get back in this thing early so we can put a little pressure on them.
Coach, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for covering it.
Oh yeah, I've seen the video.
Jamie Shoup, the head coach of Florida A&M, has the strikeout picked up on Matthew Perez. Edwin Sanchez is shoving early on for Bethune-Cookman.
They're making it look easy. He's got a strikeout in each of the first 3 innings in this game right now. Getting him to chase. He live around the strike zone. They know that. Got the Rattler hitters on their heels right now in this contest early.
Josue Figueroa takes a look at an off-speed pitch for a called strike. 0-1.
See that, throwing that breaking ball in there. Off-speed, 74 miles an hour. He is able to throw it for a strike.
pitch misses. It was interesting talking to both coaches yesterday. Without us really asking, both of them talked about the relationship and the friendship they had with each other. And that's one of the cool things about sports, and especially in this kind of environment where it's competitive, but they both have so much respect for each other.
Yeah, I think, they both want to win, but they both will be happy for the other team, the other coach making it to the postseason. If I can't go, I would want him to go. And earlier before the game, I was down on the field and talking to Coach Hernandez, and his son Jake was down there
today at 2 o'clock.
Coach Shoop said, "Hey, if I see Jake pick up a bat, I'm gonna recruit him." So it's kind of that relationship, that dynamic. Two quality guys and two quality HBCU baseball programs.
SWAC is such a competitive league. This tournament, this whole week through today here at Rickwood Field has been an enjoyable watch. Some great baseball being played. Some great pitching happening right now, courtesy of Edwin Sanchez as he gets a third straight strikeout.
All right.
Could have been a little bit low, but when you throw strikes and you live in the strike zone, you get the benefit of the doubt. Good job behind the plate by Escobar, kind of helping his pitcher out, getting a call, third strike.
5 strikeouts now for Sanchez. He was the ERA leader heading into this tournament in the SWAC, just over 3 on the season, and he has delivered yet again. And again, he pitched in the opener in this tournament for Bethune-Cookman. So we'll see how long he can go here with effective stuff.
First time we've seen any sign of trouble from him. And this is surprising because he's going against Lopez, the freshman, Justin Lopez. You think he would just challenge him right away. Ball's behind early in the count, 3-0, now 3-1.
Make it 3-2.
Whoa. Got a call there. Got a call there. I thought that ball was off the plate and low.
The home plate umpire, Robert Nunez.
He likes the low stuff.
He does. 3-2. Another strikeout as Sanchez picks up strikeout number 6, and he strikes out the side in the third.
Look at him. He got walking off the mound with a little swag. Well, he made the freshman chase the pitch out of the strike zone. He's got out 9 batters in a row.
They look like I ain't want to hear this shit. Anyway, man, look, that pitcher is willing and dealing. Appreciate everybody for joining us today. It is Championship Sunday. As you see, it's FAMU versus Bethune-Cookman. It's a Florida classic on the baseball diamond. Hey, what we can do and what we should do is go ahead, hit that like button, hit the follow button on the Twitter, come hit the subscribe button over here on YouTube. And since it's our anniversary for the channel, go ahead and send in a donation. Again, shout out to EA and Mr. Wilson for sending in donations today. And we greatly appreciate it if you send donations in for today, because we are celebrating our 3-year anniversary with the channel. As you see, I got the merch on. Let me give me one of the shirts though. What I had, the it don't matter.
I'll bring them all. Yeah. I'll just grab them.
As you see, look. And this is made by the missus. So, as you see, we got channel shirts right here in black and white. There we go. And her favorite ones. Fuck off. And she started that yesterday. So she got her silver and black right here. But yeah. Go ahead. If you want to, hit your order. Shirts are $25.
Monday at noon.
Figure it out a little bit here. Be a fantastic postseason. Wide open. I mean, there hasn't been a team that's dominated from start to finish. Been some surprises right across Birmingham in the SEC tournament. Texas getting sent home early. LSU getting sent home, and Tennessee school. Vanderbilt got to make a run. Must run for them in the SEC tournament. So we will see. It'll be interesting. The road to Omaha,
and of
as
course,
it always is.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, Ole Miss basically may have played themselves into a situation as this one is sprayed into left center field.
You don't have a sight yet, Uncle Sid. We're still working on it.
This one from Armani Newton, the DH.
We're still working on the site.
Good job of hitting again by Newton. We saw him in the first inning pull one in the right field. This time with a lefty on the mound, going to go opposite field a little bit into the gap. And this is a really good job of playing the position by Cruz. By that angle he took to cut that ball off, preventing Newton from getting a double. We know they've been aggressive on the base pass, but that was a good job fielding the position.
They shade double play depth defensively as Venegas swings and misses at the first offering. Just off the plate. You wonder when Florida A&M will start to feel the pressure here. Down 3-0 in the SWAC championship game here. Still early, a lot of baseball left, but you've got to find a way to slow down this Bethune-Cookman offense.
And that was a really, that was a big time pitch we just saw there from Carson Kelly. Breaking ball, nice downward tilt, 71 miles an hour. So low in the strike zone. Then he follows it up with his version of a little slide piece coming in about 83 miles an hour. So you saw the change of speed there on two consecutive pitches from 71 to 83. And still had a fastball waiting at his disposal as he needed it. But good job of pitching by Kelly to get the strikeout.
Irvin Escobar heads to the plate, struck out back in the first. Fouls away the first pitch.
Not seen a lot of fastballs from Kelly. Really relying on that off speed and that slider. With a lot of movements on his pitches and forcing the Bethune hitters to locate the ball.
Breaking ball hit out towards center field. Playable for Cruz. 2 down. 400 feet here at Rickwood Field. That wasn't the original length on the center field wall. It used to be 478 at one point.
478 feet. How many home runs do you think? I've heard legendary stories. I could give you some names that probably could take it out 478 back in the day. They've had some historic figures here. You ever heard of Josh Gibson?
Oh, yeah.
Josh Gibson could have taken it out here. What about Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth came through here on a barnstorming tour. We know he could take it that deep. Another hit into right field. Poyeda helps send Newton to third base. Runners at the corners yet again for the Wildcats. Just to finish up the point on the wall there, 478 back decades ago, a lot of the older ballparks had those wild configurations where you had to send it.
Yes. But the thing about it, in those days, kind of reminds me of my recreation league at Chevy Hills High School. We didn't have fences. So you put pressure on the defense, right? If you want to play me shallow, I get it over a guy's head, I'm running for the home run. If you got him too deep, then I'm getting doubles when it should be a single possibly. So positioning was so important. But did you see what that wall was made of? It's concrete.
Well, you know what that means. You're trying to make a play on that ball.
No, you're slowing up. You're going to the warning track. You're going to slow up, or else you're going to have some teeth mixes.
Escobar takes for a ball.
What a plus it would be right now. This is what makes postseason. You got a team on the ropes. The teams that do the best with two-out hitting, situational hitting. Rivera, number 8 in the lineup, but he's batting over 300. Already has a single in this game today. If you can get that type of productivity, some RBIs from a guy batting in the 8th spot, it's normally a good sign.
So Rivera trying to keep this inning going with 2 down. Single and a run scored. Back in the second.
That slider, hanging slider there a little bit from the lefty Kelly on the mound. Only 81 miles an hour, kind of up in the strike zone, but Rivera not able to locate and feel comfortable going for it.
Oh, Poyeto. Oh, he's trying to get into a rundown to maybe get that run across, and he gets tagged out.
Yeah, that was bad base running.
He was trying to bait the Rattlers into a rundown. It did not work, and that ends the inning. So the Rattlers able to get out of the jam. We'll talk to the lead.
And Doug.
That was bad base running. Bad base running. Anyway, man, we got over 102 people watching on both between Twitter and YouTube. Make sure if you're on Twitter, hit that follow button and come on to the YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Again, like I said, we got for all the folks that feel like people getting on their nerves and what they need to have, just tell them, fuck off. Just tell them. And all you have to do is let me know and give me your size and what color you want it in, and we should hopefully make sure that the business is gonna be able to do that.
I will do it.
She would do it.
And if they want some overdrive merch.
And get to OverDrive merch, we can do that too. This broadcast is going by fast.
Well, the key to today's game was getting into the bullpen, and we got into the bullpen early. Now it's our job to get to another arm, right? Kelly's a really good lefty. He's a tough lefty, and, if you've seen, he's picked 1 or 2 guys off already. He's got a really good move. So, we just got to get into the bullpen and see another arm and just take quality at bats.
Sanchez. He's coming in on the mound and mowing him down. Everything he's
Oh, Lord, come on, man.
seeing. What do you like in the
What's wrong on this,
pitcher on the hill?
It's just a fastball command to set up the changeup, man. And it's a fastball changeup mix, and he's mixing his pitches, and he's able to dot around the inner half, and then that expands his zone. And he's been just getting ahead and winning the 1-1 counts for the guys.
Since we've seen him pitch already in the SWAC this week, are you looking at pitch count, or is that something that's going to come into play, or you're just going to ride him out?
I think it's all hands on deck today. We'll see how far we can, get him going, but at the same time, we're not going to hurt him, right? So he's been a valuable arm for us all year, and we'll just take it in by in.
Inside.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
You got it. Hail Wildcats.
See, I'd be curious about that, talked earlier how Bethune-Cookman has a number of arms they can bring into this game, but when you got a guy that has been not giving up a hit and, got faced 9 batters, you wonder, in baseball with the analytics and all the stuff, the percentages go in the offense's favor the second time through the lineup. So I just wonder if he's have a short leash the second time through the lineup when they see him. And we'll see if Florida A&M is able to make the adjustment to try to figure out this riddle, which has been Sanchez on the mound.
Here's William Brown, and this is a stinger. Brown fouls it away. Sanchez threw 115 pitches on Wednesday, so a couple of days worth of rest. This is one of those things, I guess you just have to go by feel perhaps, as he gets Brown for the strikeout.
With a yacker. That was a deuce to get loose. Look where this ball started in the strike zone and where it ended. It almost goes above his head and then comes down and drops right below the waist. Good pitch, way to dig deep.
5 straight strikeouts now for Sanchez.
Really just mixing it up. I mean, we're seeing the velocity change. We're seeing the pitches change. We talked about how he's got a 3-pitch repertoire that he's got good command of all of them. Hasn't had to rely on the fastballs much, and the slider's been good. The changeup's been good, and the location has been phenomenal.
Opple stays off of that offering.
You got to trust yourself. You have to go off speed. He just saw the fastball. You have to go off speed to try to confuse him, and you did just that to get the count to 2-2. It's the part about baseball I love, the pitcher versus hitter matchup. It's a thinking man's game. Now you want to keep Popple on his heels, give him something in the dirt.
Just missing. Ooh. Escobar tried to pull that in, but it just missed.
Now what do? Challenge him with the fastball, and that's what Popple missed. If he misses with the breaking ball, you have to be sitting fastball. He got the fastball, but Popple couldn't catch up to it. Trust the off speed.
Ooh, nice hit.
Out towards right field, but right there is
Not enough
to make the catch. So that ends the streak of 5 straight strikeouts, but 2 down.
Against Popple, you'll take that. You just want to get him out. I mean, the best player for Florida A&M all season, hands down. You just want to keep him off the base path. So far, Popple's 0 for 2.
Jay Campbell fouls away the first pitch he sees. Grounded out in his first appearance back in the first. Foul away again. 0-2.
Just challenging these hitters. And continue to throw strikes. And you would think a heavy-hitting right-handed baseball club like Florida A&M, they present some props for the left-handed pitcher on the mound, but that has not been the case. Oh. Gosh, and I thought he might have got robbed on that one there too.
The defense. If Bethune-Cookman would agree with you, they started walking off the field. Fouled away.
This is flag.
I'd say the one thing we've seen pretty consistently from behind the plate, our umpire behind the plate, he hit it in the left field for the easy single. You'd like to see Sanchez operate a little bit lower in the strike zone. Figure out that's where the ump is calling the strikes. And it's also, just to be quite honest, a little bit healthier operating in the lower part of the strike zone than the upper half of the strike zone.
Off the plate for a ball, Justin Cruz. If Cruz reaches, it'll be Colton Riles at the plate for the Rattlers. Florida A&M does not run a ton. Campbell, 8 stolen bases on the year.
Runners on first, 2 outs.
Still slightly concerned about the location of the pitches from Sanchez. He's starting to throw high strikes. I mean, that last pitch there fouled off another high strike. He's got to get the ball down in the strike zone.
That one was up.
A little fatigue. When you miss, you kind of, that's where you tend to miss. That's the number one sign where fatigue is setting in.
He's drawing in on 70 pitches here soon. Cruz ahead on the count, and he draws the walk, and that puts runners at first and second base. Biggest threat of the day for
what they're gonna do
the
now?
Rattlers as Colton Riles will step in.
What you gonna do? What they gonna do now?
Where was he missing in the strike zone? High. Well, he gave up the base hit.
My man, he tired. Oh, come on. Better that.
Sanchez, he does not give up a lot of home runs. He just gave up his second home run of the season on Wednesday in the SWAC tournament.
This part of the year, teams have seen you before. They know your scout report. They know what you like to do. The hitting's a little bit better, more precise. But you have to think this young man's gotten off to a great start, only giving up 1 hit in this game. You let him go out there and just try and make a pitch to get out of the inning.
Sanchez misses to Riles. Two on, 2 out.
That's right.
There's a strike for Sanchez. Sanchez retired 10 straight batters, and then after that, it has unraveled a bit. Single and a walk after that streak of 10 in a row. That also included 5 straight batters for Florida A&M striking out.
This would be a huge at-bat right now for Colton Riles if he can get the base hit to get that first run on the board, keep Florida A&M within striking distance. As the Rattlers are already in their bullpen in this game.
Foul back.
First base side, but foul. Riles only has 2 home runs on the year. If he could get a third, it would tie the game up at 3.
Riles has been hot. particularly here in Birmingham, the transfers playing this base baseball right now.
And Jay, to go back to the point you made earlier,
Even
Sanchez
count.
missing high repeatedly. Breaking ball, got a piece of it as it lands on the roof.
Living dangerously. That breaking ball was belt high. And, you know, play against a guy that's ready for that. I mean, that was a yank. Could have tied this ball game up. And that's how dangerous that pitch was, particularly coming from the left side. Hanging breaking ball high in the strike zone. Riles may find something he can turn on and take it for a ride.
Full count.
Now a full count. Ethan Miller awaits in the on-deck circle.
High and outside. And as a hitter, you know you don't really have to go down and get something. Everything is operating from the knee and above. Gives you a little bit more reaction time.
3-2. Swing and a miss.
That's it.
And
Send
Sanchez
them to the dugout.
of trouble. 8th strikeout of the day, picked up by Edwin Sanchez. The 3-0 lead stays intact for Bethune-Cookman here in Birmingham, Alabama in the SWAC championship.
Wow, 3-2 count, runners going off speed, strikeout. What a pitch.
Get a taco to go plus a big cube.
Oh my goodness. Can't get no better than this with SWAC baseball. Can't get no better than this with SWAC baseball. Just letting y'all know. Just letting you know. I've seen I don't know if there's a bison in the house, but Dr. Kanisha, shout out to you. But yeah. Woo! Still 3-0. Going to the bottom of the 4th. I figure this picture is done for the day. This picture is done for the day for Bethune. So I figured once they go into the 5th, they'll go to their bullpen. He's already thrown a little bit over 70 pitches. So it's time for him to chill. But we are enjoying our time on this Sunday afternoon. Let's get back to it.
Oldest ballpark opened up in August 1910. What history in this particular building, and how about some of the names that have played here? Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron. I mean, it's a who's who of sluggers, and of course, Reggie Jackson.
Now, let me help you out here a little bit. When you got those guys, I don't need their first and last name. There's only one Babe, right? There's only one Hank. There's only one Willie. There's only one Reggie. Reggie. You know, when you hit that legendary status, you go by one name.
Oh, you're spot on.
So you were just wasting your breath talking about Babe Ruth. It's Babe. And down here in Alabama, it's Willie. Or say hey.
Say hey. That's right. Sergio Rivera leading the inning off. And it is a surreal experience to sit here in this park and obviously have the opportunity to call a game, but this is a phenomenal view to watch baseball from here. Of course, throughout the week, you see the classic scoreboard out and left. There are people out there with the score numbers to change them when the time comes.
Yeah, and look at that part there, the battery. Now, most folks watching baseball today don't even know what the battery is. We're not talking about Duracell or Energizer, anything like that. The battery is the pitcher and the catcher. So They've kind of they're active out there in this game, changing the battery. And if you're Bethune-Cookman, you hope that you get to that Florida A&M bullpen enough, which is part of their game plan, where you keep the guy out there changing the battery signs busy. He's got the shade in there. He found a little area where you get a little tan on those calves.
I'll tell you one thing. They have been busy out there this week. Some of the scores we have seen throughout the course of the week, there have been some run rule games. As Florida A&M found out on Friday when they got hammered by Grambling. So you're out there dealing with that scoreboard. You're not able to put your feet up in this tournament. There are runs coming in hot and heavy.
This time of year, particularly in postseason baseball, double elimination tournament, you're hanging on by a thread. Who has the most arms? Normally the team with the most arms available to them in the bullpen, effective arms that are well rested. That's why I thought going into this contest, it was Bethune-Cookman. The number of arms that are still at their disposal.
Figueroa sends this one out to shallow left. Easy play for Justin Lopez for the out.
How about the job that we've seen from Kelly coming in? He came in this game with a score 3-0 in the face of a tough situation. The heart of the lineup for Bethune-Cookman, able to help his own cause with a pickoff and get the out, stop the bleeding. We both said at the end of that inning that could be huge. And now he's continued to keep Bethune-Cookman at bay, not allowing them to increase their lead.
He's at least given the offense a chance to get going here as they picked up their first hit in the top half of this frame. And for Lee, it's another hit. So Lee had a single in the second. He's got a single here in the fourth for Bethune-Cookman.
You had to think Lee was going to show up for you. He's playing here in his home state, right down the road from Troy, Alabama, junior college transfer. Talked about he's got some pop there as well.
Inside to Andre Martinez, and Martinez a long ball threat, one of the deadliest hitters in all of the SWAC co-hitter of the year. Lee back over to first.
I was going to suggest that you take a look at Lee over there on the base pass. 21 stolen bases on the year. We know they've been aggressive running on the base pass today. If he can get a good jump, he probably have the green light to try and get over to second base and get in scoring position where Martinez try to bring him in. Small lead at first, though, a little surprise. Maybe that's more out of respect for the move.
Lee takes his lead from first. Martinez awaits. Foul away. Martinez, the transfer from St. Petersburg College. Program's all-time home run leader there. Hit sharply over to third. Bobbled, and everyone's safe. A little bit too hot for Matthew Perez to handle over at third base.
Would have been a tough one. As you mentioned, the ball had a lot of sizzle on it. Got a ball trying to pull it down the line. Good job of getting in front of it, but thought when he tried to make the backhand, that makes that play even tougher. Extends the inning for Bethune-Cookman.
Second error of the day for Florida A&M. Hefty cut by Jorge Rodriguez. Misses. 0-1.
Rodriguez would see the 13 home runs on the season, batting .358, so he can do some damage in this situation. And Bethune-Cookman, they're the explosive offense. They like to get numbers in bunches. Not very often you see them stagnant. So they've been stuck on 3 for a little while now, and trying to see if they can extend this lead right now.
After a quick confab, Rodriguez back to it at the plate. Runners at first and second base. Out towards right center field. And into the glove of Justin Cruz to retire the Wildcats here in the 4th. So the Wildcats can't deliver on the threat. Still with a 3-0 lead.
You've got the business.
Check this out.
We've got.
Can we say that FAMU only has 1 hit in this game? FAMU only had 1 hit in this game. Bethune's pitching has held FAMU's bats to 1 hit. That's crazy. That is crazy. Hope everybody's having a good day. Everybody's having a great Sunday. If you went to church today, say a prayer for everybody. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. But other than that, we are having some fun. We are having some fun. Appreciate Brother Fred for the donation. Appreciate you. Like again, this is anniversary show right here. 3 years in the game. 3 years in the game. This is the anniversary show. So and the missus over here is singing. She can belt, y'all. Y'all just don't know.
Fastball for the strikeout. The fastball for the strikeout. The fastball for the strikeout. Oh, yeah, he was cruising through it all. 8 strikeouts so far in this inning, has not given up a run. Edwin Sanchez has been the guy on the hill for the Wildcats.
But he starts off the 5th year in shaky fashion.
Set him up, talk about how he's been mowing him down, and he hits a hitter.
He'll send Ethan Miller over to first base. Well, I mean, that is a little bit of a microcosm of what's happened here with him today. He had that tremendous run, retires 10 in a row, including 5 straight strikeouts. And then we saw back in the 4th, perhaps he started to wear down and lose his form.
And that was his second time seeing those hitters. So Florida A&M made adjustment. They made him sweat it out a little bit that last inning, but he still had 2 strikeouts in that inning. Overcame a base on balls as well. But I think the signs are there. I think right now you just want him to get out this inning. If he get 3 innings or 3 outs in this inning, then you go ahead and say he did a more than better job making it through this lineup twice if he's able to do that. But not off to a good start after the hit batsman falling behind 3-0 in the count.
There's a strike to Matthew Perez. And this is one of the tricky dynamics that is presented in a tournament like this. You open it up with your ace, and then if you're able to hang around long enough, you have the opportunity to bring him back, but the question is, how much are you able to get out of him? And there's a hit into right field. Runners now at first and second base as Perez drops in a single into right.
I think it's time to take him out.
Now, when do you make that visit to the mound? You almost have a feeling like it's coming, the inevitable. Fell behind, and this little inside-out swing, able to extend it, and runners on first and second with no outs, and this is probably the biggest impact that Florida A&M offense has had in this game with the best opportunity.
Oh, no doubt. They had runners at first and second back in the fourth, but 2 outs. This is first and second with nobody out.
And, I mean, the thing about these, you have the 8-hole hitter coming up right now, and Figueroa was batting .227 on the season, and behind him is Justin Lopez, who's starting only because of the injury earlier this week. So if I'm Jamie Shoup in Florida A&M, I'm playing small ball. So you got to play small ball. Make sure the runners are on the same page. You have to come up with a creative offense, put some pressure on this Wildcat defense.
For Florida A&M, the offense has been hard to come by. They just picked up their first hit in the fourth. And there's a strike delivered to Josue Figueroa.
Just added the first baseman to get the ball down. Can you get down the bunt?
Rodriguez is in on the grass at first. And the bunt is fouled.
This could be a huge pitch here. Figueroa leads this second on the team in strikeouts on the year with 49 coming into today's game. He's already added one to the total. Now with 2 strikes, he's going to have to make contact.
He does not. Big strikeout for Sanchez, number 9.
And not able to handle the situation of baseball. You practice these moments for the opportunity. Not able to just get the bunt down. Big strikeout from Sanchez on the first baseman, Figueroa.
And taking a look there is Lopez on the first pitch, missing for ball 1-0.
Still a little surprised you're going to let him swing away. In this situation, you see the freshman only batting .229 on the year.
Right back to Sanchez for 1 and 2.
Inning over, just like that.
Double play.
Punch to the Rattlers. First and second with nobody out, and they come up with nothing.
Double play. Wildcats on y'all ass, boy. The Wildcats on y'all ass. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Look. First and foremost, man, appreciate everybody for joining the channel, joining the stream. We doing the big things here. Happy 3-year anniversary to the channel. Only going bigger from here on out, because that's what we do over here. That's how we roll over here. Nah, that was a hell of a double play right there. DP no Diddy. Hope everybody have a great Memorial Day tomorrow. Eat all the good barbecue for me. Because I can't eat, man, because I be at work. Willing and dealing.
Great job fielding position by Sanchez. And we talked about Sanchez with the ability to strike out Rattlers. Prior to that double play, got a strikeout, then followed up with a double play ball to end the inning and keep the shutout going.
Armani Newton will start it off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the fifth. 3-0 lead for Bethune-Cookman. Derek Jones and Jay Walker with you from Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. The winner of this game goes to the NCAA tournament. The tournament field will be announced on Monday at noon on ESPN2. Newton has 2 of the 8 hits for the Wildcats today. He gets a strike there.
One of the rare high strike calls we've seen called today. Most of the strikes have been down in the strike zone.
Florida Gulf Coast transfer fouls that next pitch away.
Good job getting back into the count. Being down 3-0. Now you got the lefty on lefty matchup. You like to favor the guy on the mound.
And he is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, but hands were on the bat. So it's a matter of, see, and he's shaking it. You almost want to sell it like you're got hit maybe on the forearm. I mean, that's a lot of pain. And I'm pretty sure the ball, his hands, which are on the bat. Ouch. Oh. Wow. Hit the backside of the hand, too. You know, normally you get hit on the knuckles or something of that nature, but it seemed like he got hit on the backside of that hand.
We're not far from Hoover, Alabama, where a similar thing happened to Texas A&M star Jace LaViolette, who ended up getting surgery and ended up playing somehow, getting a hit to boot.
You know,
that stings nonetheless.
They got a guy down here, legendary by the name of Frank Jobe. You know what Frank Jobe is?
Yes.
Dr. Frank Jobe.
Oh, yes.
Got a clinic right there with the Tommy John surgery. Great athletic medicine down here in Alabama.
Jesus Venegas with Newton over at first base. Shows bunt, lays the bunt down, fielded. And Kelly gives a look over to second, but makes the throw in time for the out. So the bunt works successfully. And that will bring up Urban Escobar. So Escobar with a runner in scoring position. Strike one. Newton with a lead over at second base. The one thing about Kelly here in the left-handed pitching for Florida A&M, that has been a little bit of a hole at times for Bethune-Cookman's offense. As this one is popped in the air towards shallow center field. The catch made by Cruz. 2 down.
Wow, and I know the Wildcat fans, they're like ready to explode. This is not Bethune-Cookman baseball. Now, they can beat you late in ball games like they've done many times this season. Part of their mantra is they like to win innings 7, 8, 9. But these Wildcat bats have kind of been cold, kept quiet. The job done by Kelly on the mound.
Boyedo stays off for the first pitch, 1-0.
Jeter's one of those guys, he just carries himself like that Juan Soto mode. You know, that's today's ball player. And everything's intentional and intense. As he gets hit, he'll take a little swag. You know, it won't be just a normal little walk down the first base line. He gets hit with a pitch, he's going to kind of talk a little trash. Yeah, he didn't want to see me. He didn't want this and that. And you see right there, he kind of gets hit and act like, oh, that ain't even hurt. Got that elbow pad on. That's why he's got it, turned into it.
How fitting is it to see someone that's a shortstop wearing number 2
for the name
Jeter?
Jeter.
He's over at first base after getting hit by the pitch. Sergio Rivera swings at the first offering. And Justin Cruz is there for the out. It was a tough last week for the SWAC family. Eddie Kelly, the SWAC football supervisor of officials, passed away of a sudden heart attack on Thursday.
He will be missed. One of the best guys you'll know. Eddie, praying for you and the family during these times. Rest in peace, buddy.
You've got the business.
Let's check this out.
We've got
Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I need me some briskets. I'm brisket. I need some food. I need some barbecue. Yep. Rest in peace, Eddie Kelly. Need some barbecue, but again, if you want the shirts, get them while they hot. Get it while it's hot. And for all the for the noobs out there, there you go. There you go. And the Deltas. Oh, I'm just saying. 3 years in the game, we representing. Boom. We having good old fun, good time.
From Andre Martinez, the double steal to follow. That netted a second run for the Wildcats. And then Darrell Lee drove in the third run of the game. And that's where we're at right now, 3-0 here in the SWAC championship game. It's been an offensive performance by Bethune-Cookman that has put pressure on Florida A&M. But there's the guy right there that's been the ultimate pressure applier, Edwin Sanchez.
I mean, Sanchez, anytime he's gotten down, he's been able to get himself out of the jam, whether it was a strikeout, whether it was a double play. Only giving up 2 hits, doing a good job so far. A surprisingly good job, I'm going to say that, because he pitched on Wednesday. So that's a short rest for a starting pitcher. But he's more than answered the call for head coach Johnny Hernandez.
115 pitches on Wednesday in the win against Texas Southern. And he is starting to creep up towards the century mark. He's at 88 pitches here in the sixth, and he's going to go through the lineup again here for a third time.
I don't get it. I mean, 88 pitches, I get it. He can go 100, but he's already pitched 100 pitches. We've seen him struggle the second time through the lineup is when we've seen him struggle at all. And now, coach is going to roll the dice and let him face Florida A&M. Top of the lineup, William Brown, for the third time in this contest.
A big gamble, indeed, to go through the top of the lineup.
And I'll also say this. If Florida A&M doesn't make a move right now, then the Rattlers are in trouble.
Giancarlos Zambrano is lurking at some point, you have to think, for Bethune-Cookman, the outstanding reliever. As that next pitch is fouled away by Brown. Hit sharply towards left field, and it is a base hit for William Brown. So Brown with a leadoff single. And there you go, Jay. Third time facing Brown and a hit.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You got a guy on the mound that's only given up 2 hits, but it's the third time through the lineup. Florida A&M too good at the top half of their lineup with William Brown, and now you got Brady Popple coming up, who you almost feel like he's due, not making an impact in this game yet.
One 1-0 to Popple. His bat has been quiet thus far, 0 for 2.
Two 2-0 count. If he gets a fastball, you have to tell him go for it.
Sanchez delivers a called strike there.
Yeah, he missed on one. Wasn't sitting on it. Maybe have to take sign. We've seen Sanchez, after he gives you a fastball, he's going to give you something off speed to follow it up. Breaking ball.
Strike 2.
Back-to-back fastballs. Probably 2 of his better pitches we've seen in the last couple innings. Low at the knee. Digging deep against the most feared hitter for Florida A&M. Base hit.
Popple delivers a hit. So back-to-back hits as that one just snuck into left field. And that'll set the table for Jay Campbell.
A nice job of hitting by Popple. 2-2 count, 2 strikes. Just wants to put the ball in play, advance the runner.
And that will be it for Edwin Sanchez. So Sanchez, who delivered 5 strong innings for Bethune-Cookman, has run into trouble here to start the 6th inning. The first 2 runners are on, and Sanchez's day is done after 9 strikeouts and nearly 100 pitches. He will head out. Bethune-Cookman will try to hold on to a 3-0 lead.
Oh, great presentation, Tim. Could you email me the part about Geico?
I was wondering when they were going to go ahead and take him out. Even though he was willing and dealing, the pitch count got too high for him. So I was wondering when they were going to go ahead and go to the bullpen. He pitched a hell of a game. 8 strikeouts, 0 earned runs. That's the best thing. He got a couple of hits off of him, but the main thing is 0 earned runs. So kept them crossing the plate, kept them off the scoreboard. But other than that, man, it's been a great time as far as with baseball championship. If you want to listen to the audio version, go to the Cat Eye Network. Bethune-Cookman's media is doing audio only. So appreciate everything that they're doing over there. Let's see. We got some other things going on. We are also taking donations and everything. Taking donations for the channel and everything. And of course, I got my hair done. And this woman done gave me a damn earring. I ain't wore an earring in like 25 years. Shit. Get back to it.
Coming out with the locations
Tonight.
Tonight.
And the selection show will take place on Monday at noon on ESPN2. The host sites will be announced tonight, 8:30 Eastern, as Logan Wirtz making his appearance here in this game as Sanchez heads out, 5 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, struck out 9, still responsible for the 2 on the base pass.
Roll with the right-handed pitcher on the mound there.
All you need to do is just hold the lead.
They're so heavy with the righties. They're coming in a tough situation. Going against Jay Campbell, 326 batting average on the season. He's got a single already today. And it was 3-4-5. Due up for Florida A&M.
3-0. And although he was starting to tire, you wonder if this is a relief for Florida A&M to have Sanchez out of the game. There's a strike to Campbell.
Yeah, considering they couldn't get a run across the board on him, the guy was throwing a showdown against them. Yes, sir. But the way it is in college baseball, both coaches will tell you it's all about getting to the other team's bullpen.
The bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the 6th.
Whoa. And this is the situation that, we said it to start it off. If Florida A&M does not make a move this inning, I thought the Rattlers were in trouble. Well, a good team's going to respond. They knew the moment. They're making their move right now. Bases loaded. Nobody out.
Justin Cruz. Takes a strike over the outer portion of the plate, 0-1. Cruz sends this one into center field for a base hit. 1 run is in. Everyone else holds.
Wow, what a surprise.
So Brown will bring in the first run of the game. They held up Popple at third base, so the bases are still loaded 3-1.
Oh, I mean, he had a good jump. He was going very athletic. Ball that hit hard. He's thinking all the way. That ball's rolling in there very slow. But they were ready to make the throw over to third base. You can tell Escobar was already preparing to make a throw in the third. I just like the motion that you send him in that situation there. Kind of take out the double play ball. I mean, look at this. He's got a good jump. You got to make that turn. And, the base coach didn't hold him up. Popple held himself up automatically. I was looking at the third base coach. He had the hands down like, hey, go for it. Maybe he didn't feel he got a good jump and let it stay there. But nonetheless, we got a pitching change coming up when we come back.
Reliant is the home of free electricity, so your home can be the home of...
It's a game. It's a game. It's a game, man. But I appreciate everybody simulcast between YouTube and Twitter. My folks on Twitter, hit that follow button. Come on, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. That was some iffy base running right there. That was some iffy base running right there. Okay. Yeah, that was some iffy base running, which I think it should have just kept going. But let's get back to it.
The long relief specialist, 4-pitch repertoire, fastball, a cutter, slider, and a change. Right now they need him to cool off Florida A&M, who's making their best move of the game. And this is why you've got guys that are all conference performers come in there and be the firemen in this situation.
Colton Riles can do some damage here for Florida A&M with the bases loaded. Hopple over at third, Campbell at second, Cruz at first. And another ball, 2-0. Zambrano deals. A rocket pulled foul. Zambrano. Delivered strike 2.
Pitch there, I think. They thought it was a little bit inside, but as we mentioned, keep it low in the strike zone, you get benefit of the doubt. Low strike, even it up for 2-2 count.
2-2. Count runs full. Pivotal moment here for the Rattlers. 3-2. The Wildcats lead is down to a run. Hopple is in 3-2. Bethune-Cookman.
Wow. You know, you just had that feeling when Bethune-Cookman's offense kind of slowed down and Florida A&M was able just to hang around. Once they got to the bullpen, they made some moves, and you can see some adjustments in the lineup as well. Jamie Shute, the head coach for Florida A&M, with a pinch hitter.
So it'll be Ben Kim who will step in to pinch hit. So Kim pinch hits for Ethan Miller. And Kim is behind 0-1.
I get it, you're going with the lefty, but you see the size there. She's not a power guy, but probably a guy that can put the ball in play, not a high strikeout risk. Put some speed there if he gets the ball in play. Kind of take away the opportunity for a double play ball, make it harder.
Ground ball over to first. They cut off the run at home. So Campbell is out. And finally, the Wildcats able to get something on their side of the ledger here with the first out of the inning.
And probably the one place he cannot go with that, the first baseman hugging the line. Wow, you know, and actually close enough to the bag where
yes.
If Rodriguez decides to step on first base, they catch that runner in the pickle.
Perez with the fly ball out to left, tagging and scoring on the play is Cruz, and this game is tied up. So the Rattlers have come all the way back here to tie this game up at 3 apiece.
That's a good job by Perez. Get that ball up and out of the infield for the sack.
Josue Figueroa will try to give his team a lead for the first time today. Zambrano bringing the heat there. Past Figueroa. Foul away. You wonder how different the mentality is for a pitcher like Zambrano facing maybe a clean inning versus what he came into, which was just utter chaos.
And that's why, you know, he had to walk to give up the first run, and maybe now starting to settle in. Just a pitch away from stopping the bleeding. Figueroa's got to figure something out here. 2 strikeouts on the day already. Got to stay active to avoid that third.
Ground ball over to third base for Martinez. Makes a throw in time, and that ends the inning. However, the Rattlers are back in business. They send in 3. We are tied up in the SWAC championship game, 3 apiece.
Meet.
And just like that, and just like that, then turn into a whole new ball game. Just turned into a whole new ball game. Come on, Cats. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, score is tied 3-3. Woo. Cut the tension with a knife. The base running of this tournament has been suspect. The base running for this tournament has been very suspect. But other than that, man, there's a good baseball going on right now. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament. Loser gets to look on for another year.
Here for Florida A&M.
That's the big one.
Yes, Popple will go behind home plate and move out of right field. Ben Kim heads to left. Colton Riles, you just saw, is out in right field. And that is not the way you want to start.
Get my pitch.
The bottom of the 6th inning is Figueroa will head to first base.
You just caught up, and that's Figueroa in the batter's box, and nowhere to go with it. Momentum starting to get on your side, and you give up a leadoff hit batsman.
There have been a cluster of those in this game. That will flip the lineup to the top for Darrell Lee. 0-1 to Lee, who has 2 hits on the day, has scored a run, also stolen a base. Matthew Perez is playing way in on the grass. Figueroa scampers back over to the bag. Figueroa has 15 steals this season. What a job Carson Kelly has done here in this game to hold Bethune-Cookman at bay. That one almost got Lee.
Yeah, you can tell Lee was trying to turn into it. But I do want to follow your thoughts. I mean, Kelly's come in and to hold this explosive Bethune-Cookman offense. No run since he's entered.
What a stab over at first base.
Ooh.
Everybody's safe. Josue Figueroa made an excellent stop at first, but the throw is not collected at second base. Everybody's in.
Yeah, they're gonna have to talk about this and take a look at it. I mean, it's a force at second base, so that's the key. So he just has to catch it. I think the question he's wondering, the shortstop, is I made the catch and then dropped it going down. Oh, no, he missed it on the exchange. That is good job by the umpire. He's trying to turn 2, and the ball just comes out of his hand. As a base runner, in college, you have to go straight towards the bag. I did not see an indication that he was not going straight towards the bag.
And that could be another error charged to the Rattlers defense.
You know who that was? Who's playing shortstop for Florida A&M?
Justin Lopez.
Justin Lopez, the freshman, replacing on spot duty. I think the runner, straight line towards the bag. He's going down. That's just a miss. They want to look at it, but I think that's just a miss. I mean, he was standing on the bag like he was in the forced position, but then decided he wanted to try and do a double play.
I agree with you 100% on that sequence. There's nothing in terms of interference because Figueroa's going, he went straight in.
And he slid. And I just think the freshman, Justin Lopez, on the exchange, made a freshman mistake. I mean, get the easy out first and then try to slide sideways to make the throw.
So this is under umpire review with the original call safe at second base. If it stands, it will be runners at first and second base with nobody out for Bethune-Cookman. And we had just mentioned the job that Carson Kelly had done to elude these type of situations, but tough break for him from the defensive aspect. And for Lopez, if you're just joining us,
it was really good play by the first baseman, Figueroa, making that stop, keeping in the infield.
Lopez replacing Jalen Niles over at short after the injury Niles suffered on Friday.
Great play there. Runners going down. I mean, he's starting to slide. Yeah. I mean, I think the problem is Lopez was on second base like he was going to field it for the fourth and then give up on the play. And then decided to change his mind. And on that exchange, the ball just came out.
So Lopez, again, replacing Niles. Niles got involved in a collision right in the similar area, but on the other side of the bag against Grambling. And that's why Justin Lopez is now at shortstop over the last couple of games here for Florida A&M. I can't imagine.
I can't imagine either.
I can't imagine why this is anything other than the original call. The original call was safe at second base. But we'll see.
It's taking this long kind of makes me think that they're seeing something that we're not necessarily seeing. Doesn't look so cut and dry.
I don't see it. I don't see it, but I'm not an umpire, so they have, that's why they're there, and I'm here.
If he's standing on the bat, I think, if he was planning on going for two, he would have been behind the bat, so that way you step in and you come across it. I mean, you can't stand on the bag and then decide I'm going to go forward when the guy's coming at you sliding.
Just don't think Figueroa did anything there to veer directly on purpose into the path of Lopez. Pretty much played that straight up, it felt like.
There's a lot of back and forth going on here.
Now you're at the point, if the call does stand, you're wondering, why did it take so long to get to that point?
People say this a lot, take momentum and all that. I'm a big one of, you know what? As long as you get it right.
Yes.
Take as long as you need.
Especially in a game like this. And that ultimately is the thing. Look, this is an NCAA tournament berth at stake. They want to get the call right for sure. Here in the SWAC championship game, Bethune-Cookman, if you're just joining us, led 3-0 until the top of the sixth inning when Florida A&M chased Edwin Sanchez from the game and tied it up at 3. It looks like we'll have a call here.
Wow. Well, we knew it was taking a long time. Break for Florida A&M. No. When I see it again, he just bobbled that. That was just a bobble by the freshman shortstop there. And the ball just came out of the ground, out of the glove. Wow, tough break.
So instead of runners at first and second base, it will be scored a fielder's choice. 3-6. Lee is over at first base. Figueroa back in the dugout. And that's a crucial call, potentially. Runners at first and second base, nobody out. A little different than 1 on, 1 out at first.
That's huge. I mean, that is really huge. Like, you think about it, Florida A&M was off to a tough start on this inning. Could have had runners in scoring position with no outs. Now you're double play ball away from ending the inning and keeping this game tied.
Hit sharply by Andre Martinez, but foul. Martinez 1 for 3 with an RBI on the day.
He's hit the ball pretty solidly, making good contact.
Fouled away.
Key sequence to this game right now for Florida A&M. If you can get out of this inning, and the job that Carson Kelly has done thus far, can finish the job?
Caught third strike, and Martinez is caught looking.
Where was it?
Low.
We got an umpire. You make the adjustment. He's calling the low strike. Hitters are getting away with pitches high in the strike zone, high strikes, low strikes. That's been where he's operated, given the benefit of the doubt to the low strike. Tough break. However, it's been consistently low in this baseball game today.
Jorge Rodriguez will try to keep the inning alive for the Wildcats. Lee back over to first.
And now it's time to play Bethune-Cookman baseball. Get aggressive on the base path. Send Lee. Get him in scoring position. That way, if Rodriguez is able to come up with a base hit, he's in scoring position. Now you're playing Wildcat baseball. So that's what they do. Get the runner in scoring position. You're a base hit away from getting your lead again.
And that's another stolen base for Lee. Second of the day. Rodriguez drives this one out towards left center.
Deep.
It is deep. It is caught.
Man was on his giddy up
to retire the Wildcats. Rodriguez almost got a hold of one, but Carson Kelly and the Rattlers able to escape the sixth with the game.
That man was on his giddy up. Oh my goodness. We are doing great over here, y'all. Everybody that's on Twitter, man, make sure y'all hit us up on the YouTube. Man was on his giddy up out there. It did die at the track. But you know what though? Because they said it was gonna be some wind today with the weather. So I hope y'all have a good, like I said, I hope y'all have a good Memorial Day for tomorrow. I know tomorrow I'm gonna come in, do what I do, eat, be with fam, then go to bed, take a nap, and then get up so I can get ready for work tomorrow night. But the best thing about it is that I am getting paid overtime. I mean, not overtime, but time and a half. I'm getting paid time and a half. But hey, I can't say anything bad about it. We got this game is going about kind of fast.
win their first championship as a member of the SWAC. As Zambrano back in to start the 7th in a tie game.
Right now, Zambrano, he's got to be on his game right now because he's coming into a situation where Florida A&M is taking the momentum. You know, they feel like we dodged a scare the last inning. We got back into this game. We've tied it up.
Florida A&M's offense really quiet through the first 5 innings. Only 2 hits, no runs, but they picked up things big time in the 6th. Tying the game up with 3 runs. They chased out Edwin Sanchez as well. And now they have a lead-off walk to start the top of the 7th inning. So Lopez goes to first base, and that turns it over to the top of the order in William Brown. By the way, just to go back to that play, the controversial play in the previous inning, it was deemed the transfer was the issue, and they felt like Lopez had control of the ball.
Yes, that he made the catch, and then the transfer from glove to hand, the ball came out. That's what they saw. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily. I think he just made a freshman mistake. And it came out, but nevertheless, we're still tied.
Brown flashes bunt, pulls it back. Action stirring in the Wildcats bullpen. Shows bunt again, but this time it is a strike once Brown pulls back. We'll see how Zambrano is able to navigate this inning. He came in with runners on. The bases were loaded. A bender there, but it catches the dirt.
Nasty breaking pitch. Good job behind the plate, blocking that. A lot of moving parts here. You got good speed and power with Brown in the batter's box. Lopez, the young freshman, good speed on the base pass. Look out.
Driven to deep left field. Back and gone. A 2-run blast from William Brown has given Florida A&M its first lead of the game. It's 5-3 in favor of the Rattlers.
Talked about the combination of speed and power with Brown in the batter's box. Don't let the size fool you. That's his 12th home run of the year. And we said if there was also going to be a home run hit this ballpark, it'd probably be the left field where the wind is blowing out to left, not going to right field. And he just turned on it. Full extension. This ballpark plays 325 down the line. Even with the larger than average left field fence, he caught all of it to get it out.
Tied for the team lead in home runs now with 12. And perhaps the biggest homer of his career. 5-3 lead for the Rattlers in the SWAC championship.
I'm the voice inside your head. And while you're typically athletic, right now, Brick, you're pathetic. Shank.
not saying this can't be cheating. Not cheating. Shoot, that ain't. I mean, that was a bad call. I'ma say it. I'm gonna have to agree with Jay Walker on that. That was a bad call. That was a very bad call right there. But it is a. LD, I'm sitting just chilling. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, that ball was gone. As soon as it left the bat, it was gone. But I guess, the Rattlers coming out tonight. So, but anyway, man, we celebrate 3 years with the channel, man. How we doing that? We doing that in style by showing y'all a championship game. Make sure that you like the stream and subscribe to the channel and hit the donation button.
Florida A&M.
Carlos Jasmine is the new pitcher.
Yeah, you hear Jay? Hey.
Phil Cookman said they had a number of people that could
you hear Jay Walker's voice?
Jasmine, one of those guys, just a sophomore, but he's got electric stuff. Fastball can get up to 95. Slider mix, effectively wild.
Nah, appreciate you, man.
You think he's losing control? It's kind of his effective wildness. Run on all of his pitches. Nothing goes in a straight line.
Foul away by Popple.
And this is one of those at-bats that scouts like to see. Popple switching, so now he's going over to the left side there. But you got a guy on the mound that's throwing, major league type velocity, 94, 95 miles an hour. How does he do with the velocity guys? And that's what you like to see in a matchup like this.
Jasmine is wide on the delivery.
That's that effective wildness you talk about. And that slider wasn't even close.
Popple 1 for 3 with a run scored on the day. Ground ball over to second, and Venegas. That throw nearly wide of Rodriguez, but Rodriguez able to snag it for the out.
Good job of fielding the position by Rodriguez. For the first out here, it should have been an easy ball here, but became entertaining. Wow.
Jake Campbell, the DH, will take his turn at the plate in a 5-3 game. A wild momentum swing over the last couple of innings. And I do want to go back to what you talked about. It seemed like the turning point of this game was when Sanchez came out for the 6th.
Yeah. Asking too much of a young man. I mean, he pitched a great game. You had a shutout going. You were up by 3. Asking to face a team third time through the lineup.
Poyedo, tough play for Rodriguez. He can't make it, and Campbell beats it out down the line. That throw was off.
They are disintegrating on.
Just more fielder right there, not able to come up with the scoop. Actually thought he had it in his glove, but it wasn't there. If you're Florida A&M, I'd say keep your foot on the gas pedal. Don't be content with a 2-run lead against an explosive Bethune-Cookman offense.
Poyedo is charged with the error. Scored E6. And what has to be frustrating here for the Wildcats, they have mounted speaking of the Rattlers, this run against the best that really Bethune-Cookman has to offer in terms of arms. This one is blast to the left.
See ya.
Justin Cruz logs into the chat. 2-run homer. 7-3 Rattlers.
That was a blast right there. He hit that ball to Fairfield.
If you're Florida A&M, you're playing an explosive offense, don't be content that you grab the lead 5-3. Extend the lead 5-3. And you know, let me get a little knowledge right here, DJ. In Florida A&M, you know what they like to say the Rattlers do? They say the Rattlers strike. And when they're really rolling, they say the Rattlers strike, and they strike, and they strike again. Florida A&M has put some venom in this game, and they're striking right now. Cop all of it. Look at that bat. That's not even a bat flip. That's a bat toss.
Seventh home run of the year for Cruz.
Ain't no cheating. That was a blast, man. That was
He's come up with some timely
full-on blast.
hits and at-bats today. Breaking ball grounded over to Poyeto, makes the throw in time for the second out.
In home runs, when you hit home runs in ballparks like this that have a little history and all that, you know, pros have played in it, they just feel a little bit sweeter.
Oh,
this feels a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, the Say Hey Kid played here. You have now homered in the same stadium that he played here.
Willie Mays Pavilion right there down the left field line.
And that's one of the cool things about being in this park. It's that extra element of history, and the players, when they walk around, you can sense it from some of the stands. There's a souvenir shop, not the main souvenir shop that's open to the public, but there's another one that also has some really unique things in it. I mean, it's just so much history when you walk around the park. As Ken hits a slow roller, fielded, and the throw is made by Escobar, and that closes out the Rattlers in the seventh. But did they leave an impact? Florida A&M leads it 7-3.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast.
That's true. There's still a lot of baseball left, so you can't really count out Bethune-Cookman because their bats can't wake up also. But I will say this. That first bomb went to Hoover. That second bomb went straight over to Fairfield. Landed at Miles College. That was ridiculous. And he turned on that second, the second home run. He turned on that one. But man, you can't get nothing better than this with a championship game, y'all. You can't get nothing better than this with a championship game. And of course, like I said, we got shirts. We got shirts for the channel. So go ahead and get your shirt for the channel. And we got some other things. And we'll do it in the color of your school. We'll do it just like that. What the missus will. We'll get back to it.
I was playing catch with, and got to give a shout out to my man Bill Greason, who runs the Brickwood Museum here with all the history there. So much you really couldn't capture it all, but gave me an opportunity to play.
It's incredible when you go look around in that museum to take a look at some of the things that they were playing with back then. As Armani Newton starts up the inning with a single.
This neighborhood is kind of, the stadium was built in the middle of a residential neighborhood, and I can just imagine, you can feel the nostalgia, what it must have been like back in the day when the Negro Leagues were playing and people wore suit and ties to the ballpark, and women were dressed to the nines and the hats and the fedoras.
Come on, stop tripping.
They led 3-0 entering the start of the 6th inning, and since that time, Florida A&M has scored 7 unanswered runs, a couple of big home runs. Venegas puts this one in play and gets to the left field for a base hit. Or perhaps an error. We'll check the scoring officially.
That's an E.
No doubt. You'd have to think so.
Let me go there. You got to step into that one. Ball can't make it into the outfield in that situation.
That's that old phrase, play the ball, don't let the ball play you. Bunt laid down by Escobar.
Nice bunt.
Kelly fires to first to get Escobar. The runners advance to second and third base.
Really good bunt, but a great job by Carson Kelly getting off the mound. By him being the left-handed pitcher, he was able to make that throw. That's a righty. That would have been a tougher play to make. That bunt did not have a lot coming off of it. I mean, he really did a good job of deadening that ball. Catcher would have had to turn his back to make that throw. And Escobar, the catcher, not a lot of speed in the batter's box, but good job fielding the position.
Another defensive change for Florida A&M. Jordan Brown is now out in right field for the Rattlers. Jeter Poyeta trying to get a couple of these runs back. Left-handed pitching has been tough at times on Bethune-Cookman. Against righties, they score just over 5.5 runs per game. Against lefties, just over 2.5 runs per game.
That's a little bit surprising, the number there. You know, normally the batting average can go up a little bit when you see somebody giving you a little bit more time, reaction time in the batter's box.
And you're right, it's not a lineup that is heavily left-handed.
Yep.
Out towards right field, and it will dip foul.
Interesting, you know, how you play this. I don't know how good a pitch Cueto's going to get to hit right now. Full count. You know, he bats in the 7th hole in the lineup. You know, giving up a walk to him right now is not the worst thing that can hurt you. Maybe get him the chase because you give up first base, you load it up, and you set it up for the double play of the force at home plate.
Ground ball off of Kelly's foot into left field, and they'll score two. Newton
Just like
scores,
that.
Venegas scores, and it is a 7-5 game. That was a shot off of Kelly's foot.
That's my question. I don't know how good of a pitch I'm going to give him to hit. And just a little slider that stayed up that he was able to absolutely tattoo up the middle off the foot. Kelly, and good team's going to make you pay. So you had an error in the inning, give an extra base runner, and Bethune-Cookman doing a good job of having Florida A&M pay for it.
And that has to smart as well. I mean, that was not a slow roller off the foot. Screamer. Ground ball down the line, fair ball. Poyeto making his way towards third, will make the turn. He'll head home. It is 7-6. An RBI double picked up by Sergio Rivera.
Good ball clubs are going to make you pay for your mistakes. We're seeing that right now. We know this Wildcat offense can be explosive. Stroke down the left field line. Good speed coming over from Cueto. Well, we're in for a fantastic finish one way or the other for one of these Florida schools.
The roller coaster ride is underway here in Birmingham. Bethune-Cookman has now come up with an answer as action is going on in the pen for Florida A&M. Tanner Walker getting loose for the Rattlers.
And that was the plan for Jamie Shute. When we talked to him, he said, I want to throw Hanselman out there. When I get it to Carson Kelly, we go away, and then I need Tanner Walker to pitch. So those were the three arms he was counting on in this game. Trying to see if he can get a little bit more out of Kelly so he can hold on to Tanner Walker a little bit longer. Walker has the ability to give you 9 outs if needed.
Daniel Figueroa steps in with an opportunity to tie the game up. He is also the go-ahead run. 1 out. First pitch swinging, lines it right over to Lopez.
And that's a good job by the visit to the mound by Shute. I think that was more, but let's put everything in perspective. We're in the 7th inning of a game, and we're up by 1. We're not trailing. Let's play like we're leading this contest, and let's hold on to our lead. Great job by Carson Kelly to come up with the out.
Darrell Lee stays off of that pitch, 1-0.
And now you tell yourself right now, we've got the lefty-on-lefty matchup we want. Go after Darrell Lee. There you go. Give him something that starts off behind him and then comes around to the knee. Take advantage of that arm angle.
1 ball and 1 strike to Lee. Drives this one out towards right field. But Jordan Brown is there to make the catch and retire the Wildcats here in the 7th. But Bethune-Cookman answers back with 3. They trim the deficit to 1 in the SWAC championship.
Could you email me the part about Geico, making it easy to switch and save hundreds?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You don't know my name, do you?
I just get you mixed up with the other guy. What's his name?
And and just like that, It has become a game again. Just like that. Just like that. Think we play? Think they playing? Yeah, just like that. It can change in a heartbeat. It can change in a heartbeat. It can change in a heartbeat. But yeah, man, look, like I said, you already see what the setup is. Setup right here. You know what I'm saying? With shit. Projection screen and everything. And the hats on the wall. So get back to it.
With 3 in the bottom half of the frame to cut what was once a 4-run deficit down to a run at 7-6. And the roller coaster ride is on here at Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. Derek Jones and Jay Walker with you as a slow roller towards second base fielded as they get Perez out to start up the inning. As we take a look at how we got here, Florida A&M's pitching has come alive in part thanks to the offense as well. The last 2 innings, Florida A&M's offense has been sensational. 7 runs off of 5 hits. Edwin Sanchez was great, but he ran out of gas.
You know, in the key, Sanchez gave him a quality start, very quality start there. Florida A&M, when I'm looking at the trends, they get their offense production from the top half of their lineup. Hitters 1 through 5 really get it done. Right now, hitters 7, 8, 9 haven't been able to muster much. So I say that to say, if you're a Bethune-Cookman, you go after hitters 7, 8, 9. You eliminate the walks, the extra guys on base, so that you come to the top of the lineup with a clean base pass. And just like that, what do they do?
A single for Figueroa.
The 8-hole hitter comes through with the base hit. Now I always like to go back to, you know, in this situation here, your 8-hole hitter gets the single, right? You just want the 9-hole hitter to extend the inning. Avoid the double play ball, and let's get it back to William Brown. Let's get it to Popple. Those guys at the top of the lineup.
Curveball off the plate. 1-0. Justin Lopez 0 for 2 on the day with a run scored back in the 7th when he started the inning with a leadoff walk. There's a strike, 1-1. Driven out towards right field. Rivera is there for the second out.
It holds true. What we talked about earlier, if there's going to be a home run hit in this ballpark today, it's going to be in left field. Right field is blowing in. You see the center field flag is going from right to left, so you're going to have to really catch one to hit one out towards right field. But I think left field's got a little bit of a jet stream helping the hitters. And proof positive is the man that's coming in the batter's box right now. William Brown absolutely roped one for a home run last inning.
And he got hit. A breaking ball that didn't break enough. And that puts a runner in scoring position and 2 on for Brody Popple. This is not where you want to run into trouble. Jonathan Hernandez comes out to have a discussion with the umpires, and they're going to take a look at this.
Look at Coach shoot, like, What? But I mean, I understand the situation. You want to take a look to see that the batter make an attempt to move out of the way. And where did he get hit? Just kind of get at the wall, seeing if anything sticks. Oh, I don't think he got hit.
That's
close. And you have to find something to overturn.
yes.
You know, the umpire behind the plate thought he got hit.
Man, he didn't get hit.
Yeah, I don't see anything to say he did not get hit. The umpire and the batter seem to be on the same page.
And that's, again, you nailed it. You have to have conclusive proof if you're going to overturn a call, or at least in the umpire's minds in this case, since it's an umpire's review. But
I know, but like, my eyes tell me when you see that one pitch, that one view, you don't see anything. It looks like he didn't hit him.
unless he hurt something,
Yes.
and that is also the key. While it may not have looked like it hit him, he may have hurt something in his view that sounded like he did get hit.
Let's see if we can get something.
That was a definitive call by the home plate umpire.
Yeah,
Robert Nunez.
Ooh wee.
That's a hard thing to overturn there if they do overturn it.
Yeah, I mean the catcher caught it cleanly, so I'm thinking normally if you get hit, it kind of deflects a little bit sometimes, particularly on breaking balls. But I'm 0 for 1 in this game already, so I'm gonna let the.
You know what? I'm not counting that as 0 for 1. I mean, technically, yes, 0 for 1, but I thought we were in the right.
So they're going to confirm it. I mean, not enough to overturn it, and that's what I thought it would come down to that.
That's so difficult to overturn. And now it creates a situation for Brody Popple with runners at first and second base, but he might be seeing a different pitcher.
Oh, yeah, they're going to the bullpen. They bought some time with that review. So Johnny Hernandez asking for a challenge on that one, realizing he probably wouldn't get it, but gave him time to get somebody warmed up in the bullpen.
A pitching change yet again for the Wildcats, who trail it by 1. They're trying to keep it that way here in the top of the 8th.
The fine folks at Fireball Whiskey present your guide to taking the perfect shot.
Did somebody say shot?
First, you need to dress for success and make sure.
I need a fireball. I need a fireball. Look, I'm gonna tell you just like this. What's going on at FAMU is the same thing that goes on at all of our universities. But HBCUs. Just terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, voting for not the interest of the school, but for your own interest, and thinking somebody's going to spare you is nothing more than being a coward. I call it like I see it. You know what they should play? They should play chicken head because that's what she look like. A bald head, scallywag.
On a tremendous run. Columbia repping the Ivy League. But who will represent the SWAC? That's the big question here. In the top of the 8th inning, 7-6 lead, Joel Correa into the contest. And this pitch gets away from Escobar. The runners advance to second and third base.
Remember when we talked to Coach Troop earlier, he said anything can happen in this game. He kind of knew anything was possible in this game. One thing I would say, Florida A&M realizes when they get an opportunity to score some runs, they try and do it. A one-run lead, not safe in the situation. No, look at the game. Gamesmanship here. We're going to put
Or potentially get a force as well. 2 outs in the inning. So an opportunity here for Jay Campbell. Campbell has been a frequent visitor on the base paths. A single in the 4th, walked in the 6th, an error as well as he drives this one, and it is off the glove of Lee out and left.
Come on.
2 runs are in, and Campbell has
is the key to postseason success.
Top of the 8, it's 9-6. 2 outs.
That was clutch. You're going to walk somebody and try and get to me. Jay Campbell took it personal. High fastball, able to get around on it. Great effort by the left fielder, but just not able to come up with it.
one of the last things that Jamie Shoup said to us yesterday was, how about Jay Campbell?
Yes.
and his excitement of Jay Campbell is well-deserved, because you take a look at what Campbell has done in this game. He has been a factor. That is officially scored, by the way, a double.
Yep. I can see that. Great effort from Lee coming in from left field, but not able to get there. That ball was dying in a hurry. Once again, you're not out of it yet. Cruz went yard his last at bat, so you know he's swinging some dynamite.
He is very confident at the plate.
Absolutely.
After that last home run, where he knew it as soon as it left the bat. Popple over at third. And Campbell over at second base as Cruz can't connect on that last pitch.
I think, you know, he deserves, he's earned your respect. You have to pitch him backwards. You have to give him off-speed stuff. I'm not challenging Cruz right now with anything straight or fastball. All off-speed. Pitch him delicately. Breaking balls, change up. You got one more pitch to do that with the 2-2 count. And then when it's 3-2, all bets is off. You got to throw your best stuff at him. But I'm still not giving him anything hard on this pitch.
Check swing. Could it drop into right field? It does not. Rivera with the catch. And the damage just stays at 2 runs for Florida A&M. They increase their lead out to 3. It's 9-6. Rattlers in the SWAC championship.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that, Brett.
Whew. This is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, man, you see it right here in the back. We got the projection. We got a projector on the wall. We got the hats right here. We got the LED lights. We doing it big up in here for the new year. The missus is outside relaxing. So yeah, we just having a good old time. I know I got to go to work tonight, but it's cool. It's cool. It is 3-year anniversary of the podcast being founded. Yep. All the hats that I got some on the front too. And look who done walked in the door. You know, walked in the door.
That's what I said. He has the whole lid in here.
Don't hate. Appreciate.
I didn't hate. That's why I said put it on the wall.
It's just being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Sort of ride that starting pitcher till it's over.
Yeah.
I realize the game has changed. So analytics say, why is he going out there for another inning? With the top of the lineup coming. He's done a good job, but I mean, they've seen him a lot. They've seen him a couple times, and he's good enough to get himself out of jam. However, 3-run lead, explosive offense. He entered the game in the second inning, so that was the 3rd time that Martinez Cassini.
And he gets a hit.
Got to respect the game. you have to respect the game. There is a lot of activity in Florida A&M's bullpen. However, I'm shocked that we're seeing Carson Kelly start off the 8th inning.
Jorge Rodriguez in, and he swings to the first pitch. Anytime you're trailing, if you're Bethune-Cookman, you feel confident from this standpoint. They know with one swing of the bat, they can get right back into a game. 88 home runs on the year, leading the SWAC. Pitch wide of the plate.
One of the things that, when we talked to Coach Hernandez, their game plan was to get to Florida A&M's bullpen. Well, they got to the bullpen, but Carson Kelly's been tough enough to withstand all their shots.
This one yanked to deep left field.
That John went to Talladega.
Rodriguez with a 2-run jack. It's a 9-8 ball game. The lead for Florida A&M down to a run.
I said I was a little surprised that he was starting the 8th inning.
He hit that to Talladega.
I'd be really surprised if Carson Kelly finishes the 8th inning. And one of the things that we learned about Bethune-Cookman, we talked about it earlier in the game, their goal is to win the back third of the game. the last 3 innings, when the Wildcats like to show their might, he caught all of that right away.
Kelly's still out there.
And
hits
Get the batter.
again.
And I don't like to question coaches at all. These guys know way more baseball than I will have ever learned. They've forgotten more than that. But every now and then you got to look at those numbers. And you have to respect the other game, respect the game. And I'm pretty sure both coaches may second guess at the end of the day. And that's what I do up here in the booth, is second guess with whether or not should have gone to the bullpen a little bit earlier.
Well, it's interesting. You take a look at the fact that Florida A&M had to play an extra game because they lost to Grambling. But they only used 2 pitchers yesterday in the win. Cody Williams and Ryan Young. Cody Williams went 8 innings. Clearly, you're not going to see him. Ryan Young only threw an inning. So you wonder what they're trying to navigate in terms of the bullpen for the Rattlers. Jesus Venegas. 1-0.
The last time they called a visit to the mound like that, they got out of it. They were able to stop the bleeding. They came out and pitched like they still have the lead. They're going to be hard-pressed to hold on to this lead right now.
Fouled away.
There are no outs in the inning. You've got the 5-hole hitter up.
Vegas missing in that one low. He is in trouble here, 1-2. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning.
Venegas has pop in that bat. He can jump the yard in a minute.
2-2. Fouled away. Newton is not a major threat on the base paths. He only has 7 stolen bases, but he is 7 of 8 on the year in attempts.
He can get some type of ground ball, maybe come with a double play. That would be huge for Florida A&M.
Vegas. There's Lopez for 1. The throw. Double play.
Every now and then I remind you that I used to play this game, right?
You know what you're talking about.
And I think that's why Shoot kept him in there. Say, you know what? Dig deep. Give me one more pitch, one quality pitch. And they able to take advantage of it. Huge double play. Turned over by Lopez to help out his pitcher.
That clears the base paths for Kelly. Jose Fernandez will pinch hit here for Irvin Escobar.
.342 batting average, trying to extend the inning. You have to think, you see the size, you think he's got some pop. We only saw the 2 home runs on the year, but God, it's about time duty, not bad.
Hit out towards right field.
Oh, that's
got
gone.
some carry. And leaping and making the catch is Justin Brown. What a catch by Jordan Brown. Whoa!
Great range, athleticism, and selling out his body here to hold on to the lead for Florida A&M. You'll see Brown going in a foreign ballpark. Oh, what a play.
Consumer Reports ranks car brands on more than 50 road tests. Reliability.
Woo! Again, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That was a good catch. That was a good catch. Hit that wall. But yeah, oh yeah, we just having a good old time on this Sunday, afternoon. A great time on this Sunday afternoon. Make sure that you like to stream, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe. Subscribe to that channel. As you see. Ed, I don't know what Ed came up with that name for. That ain't number Ed. Oh my goodness. You know, he hit that wall hard, bro. But it was a great catch. I will give that to them.
We saw earlier, because those walls, whether it's concrete, wood, what have you, that's a hard thing to run into.
And a hard hit ball out there. Yesterday, that ball probably gets over the fence, may leave the ballpark. Today, I haven't seen much action in right field, but a great play by Brown to help the Rattlers hold on to the lead. I like the pose afterwards, too.
The pose was fire.
Yeah, do that pose because if you don't make that play, then you're chasing the ball down, and we're kind of saying, oh, poor angle. And when you make the play, you deserve to pose and sit on it.
Some changes defensively that we'll catch you up on here in a moment for Bethune-Cookman. It's getting late here for the Wildcats. They want to hold Florida A&M off the board here in a one-run game.
You have to be thinking, is a one-run lead just not safe enough?
Doesn't feel that way in this game. Holton Riles facing a 2-2 count. Now a full count. Offering on the way. Over to short and Poyeto. One out.
Get the lead runner. Your odds go up for keeping the opposing team from getting a run tremendously, particularly in the college game.
Jorge Rodriguez behind the dish now at home plate. It's Jordan Brown who made that sensational catch in the bottom of the eighth. At the plate. Chopper to Poyeto. Has to hurry.
Nice catch.
And it's 2 down.
I've heard the phrase, you know, when you got a guy say he's a slick fielder, that was slick right there. You know, the slick part comes in the ability to, on the run, move the ball from your glove to your right hand. How quickly can you get it done? He's on the run. Watch how quick. That's slick. Because if he doesn't field that cleanly, get it out cleanly with Brown hustling down the first baseline, could have been a base runner.
Going over to the new first baseman, Jorge Gonzalez-Fabo. So changes abound for the Wildcats, who trail it by 1. One and one here to Matthew Perez. Strike 2. Now the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled away and drifting towards the stands. It will be 7, 8, and 9 for the Wildcats in the 9th. Called third strike. Corey sits down Perez and the Rattlers. In the top of the 9th, last chance to dance for Bethune-Cookman. The SWAC title on the line when we come back.
It's a close one. Who gonna take it? Who's going to take it? Who's gonna take it? This is all for the marbles. Who want it? Who want it bad? Who want it worse? Who want it in the worst way? Do Bethune want it? Or is FAMU gonna say F all that? Or is FAMU gonna say fuck off? So make sure you want this shirt. If y'all want this shirt right here, man, y'all know what to do. Hit us up. Hit us up. Hit the missus up. Hit the missus up if you want this shirt. Or if you want the channel shirt. Hit up the missus. She does a great job at what she does. She's a pro at what she does. Just let y'all know. Boom.
More to that.
There's more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Let's get back to it.
See Holy Cross, Rhode Island, but other tickets out there that need to be punched, including right here in Birmingham at Rickwood Field and the SWAC. It is time for the bottom of the 9th inning. Bethune-Cookman trails by a run. Florida A&M with 3 more outs will head to the NCAA tournament for the 4th time in program history for Bethune-Cookman, trying to make it their first since 2011.
You live by the Kelly. Coach Shoup is saying he's going to die by the Kelly. Carson Kelly comes out to start the 9th inning again. How much faith does Jamie Shoup have in this left-hander? I thought he could have left the game 3 innings ago. But going out with him again to start the 9th.
Well,
what happened here?
Guido is coming back over. Let's see.
go pinch runner, I would think in this case. Maybe he's trying to manufacture some offense. He got the base hit.
Looks like that could be the case.
So nothing controversial there. Bueno's been a tough out for Florida A&M all day. He reached consecutively.
But to go back to your point, and it will be a pinch runner, it's a gamble to start the inning. As Jamie Villafane will head into the game. So Villafane over at first.
Although Bueno's been great, you need him defensively. I think when you go with the speed guy on the base path, you force Florida A&M's defense to kind of guess what you're going to do.
Bunt laid down by Rivera. The throw over to second base. And in time.
Wow, what a play from behind the plate. Escobar. No, pardon, that's not Escobar. That's Popple. Well, I forgot, he does everything. Look at him, cat-like quickness, knows where he's going right away. To get the force at second base, getting that lead runner is so huge in a one-run ball game, and a pretty good job of stretching to make the force play.
Whoa. Rivera gets back to the bag. You don't want to get picked off at this point. And then that's kind of the cat and mouse game right now. They'd love to have a runner in scoring position, but also you don't want to get the second out of the inning getting picked off. As Daniel Figueroa, the man who put Bethune-Cookman into the championship round on Friday night, has a chance here to help his team overcome a one-run deficit. Strike two. By the way, that was a whale of a play made over at shortstop by Justin Lopez. On that replay, you saw his foot kind of moving around there to get the bag, and he was able to do it. Over to Lopez, and he fumbles the ball into left field.
Ooh. Ooh. You know, this is one of the, I think you got to make this play. You got to grab it. But he starts looking over at the bag before he secures the ball.
There was action in the Florida A&M bullpen, but still no sign of a change. Darrell Lee swings at the first pitch and skies this one in the air to right field. Brown drifting and drifting all the way to right center to make the catch. And now 2 down.
Whoa. Could they do it?
And now they will have to go through one of the best hitters in the SWAC to get to the NCAA tournament. Andre Martinez with a couple of hits in his back pocket.
It's his 4th time seeing Carson Kelly today.
Kelly's up to 95 pitches. Do they dare go righty-lefty?
That would be the only thing I can picture them doing. If you want to get the right-handed pitcher in there, you do it. But, I mean, I talked about Tom Lasorda, right?
Yes.
Tom Lasorda going to ride that horse till the wheels fall off, right? I don't see a reason now for the change. I mean, for all we've talked about pitching changes, should you make it or not, one thing Carson Kelly has not done is given up the lead.
That's right.
He's not given up the lead in this game since he's got it. You are one hitter away. Or they're going to lose it with this at bat.
Rodriguez, 19 home runs on the year. Low for a ball, 2-0. Jorge Rodriguez is in the on-deck circle. In his last at bat, he had a 2-run homer. High drive to center field.
Oh, that's gone. That's game. That's his game. But, yes, he walked it off. Oh.
Do I need to explain what feast or famine means? They just saw it. Bethune not a team that's going to score one run. They were going to do extra bases.
And he had room to spare.
For the first time since 2011, Bethune-Cookman is headed to the NCAA tournament.
Hey, that's unbelievable.
Conclusion for Florida A&M.
Unbelievable.
This is just what Bethune-Cookman does. I mean, during the season, they had a walk-off winner versus South Florida, the non-conference wins. The coach says they win the back nine of baseball.
Mary McLeod Bethune.
Games.
In the deepest
So
partnership, man.
wow, somebody had to win the game, and I just didn't see extra innings in the ballpark. I said they're either going to win it or they're going to lose it. And Bethune-Cookman took advantage of it with the shot for Martinez. Walk-off style.
Hey, that, oh my goodness. Andre
Martinez, the SWAC co-hitter of the year, hits his 20th home run of the season, and that propels Bethune-Cookman into the NCAA tournament.
Just drove it to the deepest
Woo.
part of the yard.
Here this year.
The new yard didn't go 478, but it went over 400, which is all he needed.
About at least 425 yards right there. 430.
And what a conclusion to this tournament, and what a scene at home plate. Jalen Niles, the injured Florida A&M star, exchanging handshakes with the victorious Bethune-Cookman squad as Martinez, what can you say? He was overcome with emotion as he was making his way around the bases.
I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat, but
is heading to the NCAA tournament. What a way to do it. And you talked about it.
Even though they had 4 errors,
both teams
they played one hell of a game.
Left their key pitcher in.
And I take that away from them.
1 inning, 1 moment, too soon. 1 hitter too soon.
And I take that away from them on anything.
Or too long, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, that's baseball. And You know, I
We
can
just gonna
understand
let
both
them
sides of it.
celebrate. Let them celebrate. Let them celebrate. I am stop sharing this stream. But yeah, this is that. That was one for the ages. I'm not gonna sit here and bull. That was one for the ages. But hey, somebody had to win, and somebody had to take their ass home. Somebody had to win, and somebody had to take their ass on home. And basically, from start to finish, Bethune-Cookman started out hot in the SWAC, and they finished hot in the SWAC, and they're going to represent the SWAC. They are the SWAC tournament champs. They won the regular season title this year. Congratulations to them. Bethune don't have no damn professionals playing on their team. I mean, if that's the case, everybody's professional because it's NIL and it doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. Check. Hey, somebody said check out at 11. Oh my goodness. Hey, but before we get up out of here, man, play one more commercial break and we'll be right back after this, y'all.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holliday with HBCU OverDrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
So, hey, just let everybody know. The wife is doing shirts, making sure we're doing shirts and everything. We got the channel shirts popping right now. Of course, got mine's on in the baby blue. In the baby blue, that's our favorite color right there. That's our color. And then, of course, you know, for all the haters, for I guess for Bethune, they can just tell family you fuck off. But we can do it in any color what you want. Just let us know. Just let the missus know. Let the missus know, because she's gonna be the one that's doing everything. Also, we are celebrating 3 years as a podcast. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me for the time that we had, and always I appreciate everybody for choosing to become a family member of HBCU OverDrive. And as always, the missus is over here. You got anything for the folks?
Happy 3 year to my baby Chanel. Share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe to his channel. And donate. And donate to his channel. Yeah. Like you said, just hit me up. You can find me on Facebook if you want. And he's only gonna go up from here. Yeah. Congratulations to my hubby, my husband.
And for those who don't know, don't judge me, but yes, we are.
It is official. It's just wrong size.
It's wrong size.
Yeah, gotta get it right size.
It is our we are husband and wife. So So
love you, Uncle Sid. My favorite.
Yeah.
Kiss the ring.
So yeah, we are official. Soon to be making sure, making sure when the ink dries up on the license, that's legally official.
Yeah, legally, but I don't need no paper or no piece of metal to solidify my marriage because God already did that. All right, hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, praise be. All right.
Jay White, what's up, Square? Spirit of Mary Bethune came through. Hey man, but look, if you still want to donate to the channel, we are still we still ask for donations to the channel. We are trying to make sure we get started for July, and we getting ready to start July. We got Football Media Day, July 16th. That is in Birmingham, also at the Birmingham Sheraton Hotel. So we will be out there having fun. And I guess for the FAMU folks, I just want to let y'all know you're choked. You're choked. Big old choke. Big old choke. So for all the folks that didn't enter they didn't enter into the tournament like Alta Vista Plantation and Baton Rouge Tech losing. Hey, we got some more stuff. So other than that, man, I just want to say y'all be blessed, be safe, hug your loved ones, love on your loved ones. Mental health, always make sure you check that. Men, go get your checkups. Go get all your checkups. Ladies, go get your checkups too. Because the ladies need checkups.
Yes. Especially women that's in the perimenopause and menopause phase. Please.
Yep. And we're gonna start off. We're gonna hopefully starting next month. We're gonna get a show with the missus on talking about love and relationships. She ready. She camera ready. She is camera ready. But congratulations to Bethune Cookman for one hell of a season. Go represent the SWAC in the NCAA tournament. Hopefully you can get all the way to the College World Series. For FAMU, y'all had a great season, but it's time for y'all to take your asses back down to Tallahassee. Check out at 11. Just let y'all know that. But we up at this thing. I gotta give you a little bit of rest. But as always, man, be easy. We out this thing. Peace.